Stump to help me try and get that body down, but it was real slow going. We got one root out and there was no blood at all. Kind of looked like the body had been made all like mummy-like and stuff. About this time, Obsidian's body starts lifting up off the floor like a little marionette. You know, I saw one of those shows once. Alex stabbed it, but it just kept going. And then we all heard a voice from it that said, "Why was I cast back? I gave you everything. The work continues." So yeah, Murky shoots fire at the body. But it doesn't do anything. And all it does is demand that we answer. So El tried to talk to it and asked if it was the Wild King, and it said that the Wild King serves him. And then it said, "I no longer sense my servant. You are insignificant. The ether will be rejoined and mended. I will be locked away no longer." I made sure to memorize all that and write it down here so we can tell the tower and the order and whoever else needs to know later. Seemed real bad. So then the body fell, and Khalid and Alex got hit by a bunch of really nasty energy. Murky too. And it was apparently kind of a real familiar sensation to him if I know how to read him. And I do. Maybe like the one in the mines he told me about? Kind of worried me, especially when his eyes went all black, and then he let out that same energy that the body had, and it hit Ellen Stump and knocked them out cold. Hit me too, but somehow I managed to not pass out. I healed up Stump and Elle as soon as I could, and then went back to check on Murky, and his eyes were all back to normal, thank goodness, but now I'm real damn worried. So Khalid walks over and just chops off the man's head. And the head flew back and splattered against the back wall. It was really gory and so freaking awesome. Remind me not to make him mad. Anyway, we drug Obsidian's body out of there and burned it, and we're planning to come back and deal with the tree after we rest, so we headed back to camp. And after arguing with us about the door to the tree, everybody but Alex leaves Khalid to burn the body alone. Well, we went to rest. Helios asked us to go speak to his people when they gather if we can. It's about an hour north of his place. So, while I'm sitting there resting, I start digging in my pack for some food and found out that there's a crack in my statue, the one that I stole. Elle looked at it for me, and a metal box fell out of it. And I didn't even know it was there. And Elle studied it to see if it was magic, and Alex studied the box, but it wasn't locked and it wasn't magic, so I opened it. Inside, there was a ball about an inch around, and it's all shiny and chrome and mirrored, but when you look into it, all you see is your surroundings. No people show up in it at all. It's really weird. And Elle tried to figure out what it was, but couldn't really tell much. So she did figure out the mask and the mace, though, and Stump took the mace and the order armor, and Alex took the mask. Now get this part. She put the mask on, too. And now, guess what happened? Bet you can guess. Yep, she can't take it off. Khalid even tried prying it off, and it hurt real bad, she said. So yeah, that's where we're at now. There you go.
That's just great.
That's where we're at now.
Give it a collapse the temple. You left out that Khalid and Alex consummated the relationship.
Oh yeah. What relationship?
That's okay. Elspeth will remind everyone every chance she gets.
Remember that part?
It was while he was trying to pry the mask off. It didn't look proper.
Tab, if there's anything I need to remember specifically about hearing that voice or having that power surge through me, please just send me a tell so I can make sure to actually roleplay it, because that's a little fuzzy.
Oh yes, you had your own little explosion when the body exploded.
Okay. Surge of magical power. Did I start flying?
No, you knocked Stump. What happened? You knocked Stump and Elspeth out, I think.
Yep.
Or for the course, okay.
I took a little sisterly leeway there because I had to write it in the log and, had to figure out why Cam would know. She knows Merkin.
So, I think we're around noonish.
Yep.
Day after, if you slept and didn't get a long rest because you sleep all the time. You're all gathered up.
Oh, was it that Cam didn't have? Did you need a short rest to be able to do it, or did you need a long rest before we could collapse the temple?
I have the long rest.
I think everybody's out of spell slots. I think
I
it's
have
good.
0 spells.
Okay.
Okay, so did we do a long rest or did we?
No, we just showed back up at the camp and it's only like noon.
Okay. Yeah.
We
So
couldn't
we
long
have
rest
to
yet.
do
Yeah,
something, and then
You
have
took a long rest. You went there, and then you came back 2 hours later and tried the long rest again.
I mean, it was an exhausting 2
It
hours.
was very, very tiring.
I had to bleed. I've seldom bleed.
There's days I get up and I could go back to bed 2 hours later.
Yeah, but you know, Cam isn't like. Never mind.
So, what are we doing? We left off with Alex having her face torn off by Khalid, and everybody walking in there.
Yeah. That's one way to put it.
Is there
Well-
anything we need to do? Do we have anything to do while we wait to go to sleep?
Well, unless we can suddenly find. I mean, I don't know. The only thing I need to do is at the earliest opportunity replace my lockpicks.
I don't think you're doing that here.
Exactly.
So-
So I don't have anything that I need to do at the moment.
Did we ever decide if we were going north or south?
Well, we weren't sure if we were going to go to see all the druids or if we wanted to return to the town.
I think we were talking about going to see the druids and then heading on back to River End.
I thought that he didn't know when the druids were going to meet again, that they would get an invitation of some sort.
I thought it was supposed to be real soon. DM?
How am I supposed to remember your conversations?
Well, go
Uh,
ask
because you
Julia.
were
He,
involved
he
in
said he
them?
basically had to call a meeting.
Oh, okay. So he's going to call it. Then
He had to
I
go speak
mean-
to the elders. Maybe the elders gather people for a meeting if they need to be. So
I'm thinking that we should do that on our way back to the tower. Because we need to tell the order, we need to tell the tower what's going on out here.
How far away was his place from this village?
his cabin was about a day trip ish.
Was
About a
there
day.
some like big city that we were going to?
We were gonna go
Vernon
to-
Hollows.
But
Like, wasn't that
we
the
ended
whole
it.
big sell
Well,
with
we
this
were-
guy that he was gonna introduce us to people?
Yeah, because
Right,
we were
but-
trying to find Sir Woodhart, who we found.
But we found him, so
Sorry, but do we not care about the contacts down south?
well, now that we found Sir Woodhart, which is the reason we were wanting contacts, I would think not. At least not right now. I mean, we can call that favor in later if we need it.
Maybe the real question is, which direction did Tab prepare?
None of them. If I have a panic attack and disconnect, session is over.
We'll just roleplay, it's fine. We're good with it.
Tab, we could just get in an argument about which way to go if you need us to.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, just-
proceed.
I think we're
Alternatively,
witnessing
we
that
could
right
just
now.
let Leah go off topic about like
Yeah.
nail polish or cards. Or, that's-
Yeah. That's the thing.
Okay.
I don't do that mid-session. Thank you very much. I try to be somewhat respectful, thank you.
So, I mean, we can poke around the village and see what we can find, or if there's anything of note, and then see if there's any sign that anything looks a little bit better.
I mean,
Perhaps it would be worthwhile for someone more personable than me to talk to them, but they seem pretty ignorant from what I could gather.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about the villager. Well, I mean, I guess them a little bit because they're not being drained anymore. But
Do you need me to burn the tree?
No, I mean, I think that...
I
I
mean,
think-
fire cleanses is all I'm saying.
Well,
we
I
don't
think
want
that
to burn.
Elf-
That would burn the whole village down.
Fire cleanses.
I think Elspeth said that the tree was coming back to life.
It is getting
So-
Elspeth is kind of the expert on things coming back to life. So
I am very good at that.
We were gonna
I
go
mean-
down and just use like your earth moving and my shatter spells and stuff. I was gonna kind of bust things up and then just try to fill in that temple down beneath as best as we could.
I mean, I don't really have any more. Unless something comes out and attacks us, I'm not sure what use I'm going to be with this particular set of tasks.
So we can either is our druid quote unquote friend here.
He's in the vicinity. He's not like in the middle of you.
And it's not. I mean, we should plan what we want to do once we're done here. I think that the only reason we've stayed is so that Cam and Elspeth and Merkin can sort of disable what's going on. But we do need to plan what we want to do. I would think that we need to go back to River End so that all of you can do your various reports about what's occurred.
I am gonna have to have quite the report with the innkeeper. Gonna need a lot of ale.
Well, and there are some things that I could probably do in town, try to find.
But we have to escort Elspeth to her first day of class.
Oh,
Well,
it's okay. I gave
we-
them my word. I will go.
I don't think we have to escort her. She is capable of going on her own. We just
She's
had
got to
other
get
things.
into the Tower School spirit.
Well, then perhaps you should take charge of that.
So the real question is, do we feel we have anything left to do in the town? Do we have any attachment to assisting these people recover from whatever it is that just happened to them?
So
Or perhaps
aside from disabling that spell so that nobody could take advantage of them again, I mean, I don't see any need for us to stay. I think they'll be capable of recovering on their own now that they're not being exploited and manipulated. Because I have a strong feeling that the things that were occurring were done in order to be able to manipulate their participation in whatever was going on. That seems to be just the way I feel about it, though. I mean, I could be wrong.
I asked them what their feelings were on the temple, and they don't seem to give a shit. So, we can burn the tree or... But I think it is worthwhile because it is ancient, But...
I mean, I don't think that we should burn the tree itself.
No, I agree. I think that would make our friend very angry.
I think we should try to just destroy that circle down there and disrupt that, fill in that room as much as we can, barricade it off.
Only because it has been, it's been taken over, perverted from its original intentions.
But I have to sleep before I can.
And I am honestly not sure if I can disrupt the circle. It did not really fade before, so I think the only way we may be able to stop someone else from using it is if we stop them from being able to reach it.
Right.
So I think we either need to just fast forward and sleep through this, or we can poke around the town a little bit and just see if there's anything we're seeing there.
Well, there
Anything
wasn't any.
changed?
I thought we did that.
They may talk to
Well,
us
I
more
mean-
now.
I mean, how much would things change in a day?
I don't know. But we could give us a quick sweep through and just see, and then.
I mean, it's worth going to check out. I mean, to see if anybody has come to their senses or whatever. I mean, it is perhaps a thing to do.
Let's go wreck the symbol and figure the rest out later.
Well, we have to wait. We have a whole day and a night before we can do anything with the symbol.
Unless you have a spell that you can use to do it, Merkin.
It's called Summon Freaking Hammer, okay? Let's just go get a hammer, and we'll break up the masonry that has the symbol.
I don't use tools, it is not really my thing.
That's okay. Khalid looks like he uses a tool all the time. Hey, Khalid, can I borrow your glaive?
No.
I'll mend it if it breaks, promise.
If you need it, I will go with you to help you use it.
Okay, good. Khalid and I are going down there to break the symbol.
I mean, this seems like something that. I mean, this is a lot of physical labor. Why don't we try to get some of the talent? Well, they're awfully depleted, aren't they?
How about we make haste, we go and we do the thing, and get it over with?
Try.
Yeah. All
I
right,
mean, we
you're
should give it a go.
gonna rest up, get all your magic back, and then go use all your magic down there and need to rest again. Seems like a waste.
Okay. I mean, I tend to agree with the logic.
All
I
right.
don't know how useful I'll be. Brute strength is not my forte.
Yep. Brute strength, dark secrets. Neither are your forte. Let's go.
I will come watch for the mortal support.
Mortal support.
Point of order. Alex wanted to try and unattune from the mask, I think you said, which takes an hour of you sitting around focusing, kind of like when you're tuning on it.
She can unattune while she watches us do manual labor, and then we can laugh when her face gets burnt.
Yes, let's try that. I just want to see if I can remove it.
Okay.
So let's go to the tree. We're gonna head to the tree. Head to the tree.
Head to the tree. You head to the tree.
And then
Which
I'm gonna just kind of sit on the stairs and try to unattune.
So
Alright, so it's currently not watched or anybody. You don't really encounter anybody unless you're like walking through the middle of town.
Can we stop and perhaps find a hammer and chisel?
Sure.
Like right now?
Yeah, we're gonna do this properly. Why am I the only one being sensical about this?
Sensical?
Yeah.
Is that a word?
I don't think that's
It is now.
Well, yes, let's go to the unknown magical symbol and just hit it with random spells. I'm sure nothing bad will happen if we
No,
do
I
just that,
think-
right?
I have a tendency. I mean, magic is far outside of my scope of knowledge.
We're
but
making Tab's job very easy. I ask the shopkeeper at the town's general store for a chisel and hammer.
Merkin, also see if he has any books. Thank you.
You're already in there, I think. We're.
It's already before you left the store. Just told him in
Okay.
general, go look for books on your way.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I bought Elspeth some paper, I think.
Oh,
I don't know what you're
heck!
buying.
I'll look and see if they have anything that I could repurpose into a lockpick.
Well, they have a hammer and chisel. It's, I don't know, 2 silver.
Lockpicks are like usually files and all. What is? Wait, hold on. It
Yeah,
tells
I
me
mean,
what
they
it is.
don't obviously have any lockpicks. Let's see. Let's roll investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. Did it roll?
So you look around. I don't remember who was in the store before, but it's pretty picked over, and you don't see anything that can be like. The tools there are not really the stuff they have that are fine enough that you see that you can do anything with. It's more like hose and more hose.
Lots of hose in this
A
town.
lot of hose in town.
different area codes.
No, same area code, all the hose.
Okay.
but it's
Okay.
more physical, manual labor, scythe and such. There's not like really fine manipulation things as you can find that.
What was the floor of
Satisfying.
that creepy chamber made of?
It was polished stone.
Polished
I
stone?
Yeah.
am going to ask the shopkeeper if there is anybody in town who does any kind of. Are watches a thing that exist here? Like any kind of small jewelry repair
Clocks
or
are certainly a thing that exists.
clock repair or any kind of anybody who works on clocks or makes clocks.
No.
Also,
They don't even have a
perhaps
smith.
jewelry or anything like that. So they don't have anybody who does that even as a hobby or what have you.
Cam's gonna give her the strangest look. This is not a city.
I mean, just checking. I mean, you never know what kind of people want to get away from town.
So somebody pays 2 silver for a hammer and chisel.
Yep.
Those goes.
I look at Cleed.
I
Pay
mean-
the man.
Alex
You
will
lost
pay
the
if.
Those goes game.
Alex will pay that.
And somebody else add a hammer and chisel to their inventory sheet.
Is someone
Because those
actually
don't exist.
removing the 2 silver from our party loot?
They better be.
No, I
pull this freaking car
removed
around.
it from my pocket. I have
I
24.
removed it.
The
And then
investment
gave
going on
everyone a
here.
whetstone.
Yes.
Okay, well, remove another 5 copper because they're copper each.
Oh, I do. Is there a whetstone? I need to buy one too.
Jesus.
Sure, they have a whetstone. It's
Okay.
actually a whetstone though. That's not actually a whetstone.
It's like one of those stones that tells you what the weather is.
Is the stone
They just have a bunch of like river
Oh,
rocks
for
laying outside
crying
under
out
the
loud.
bucket.
That's not what I want. And you know it.
Yeah, they have a whetstone. They're copper. Mark off a copper.
A copper?
Yes.
Okay. Now I need one for my inventory. How do I get one?
You add one. You press add new item and you type in a whetstone and then you don't care about it anymore.
It says new loot whetstone.
Okay.
Fully armed with hammer and chisel and whetstone.
So, have we decided that there's nothing left of value that we can understand from this, or have Elspeth try to glean?
I'm
some-
sure she drew a picture of it in her creepy book.
Did she? Elspeth, did you draw this in your creepy book?
Elspeth didn't go.
Oh well, shoot.
She's wandering in the woods somewhere.
What the fuck? We
Oh
let
my
her go
god, no, we
unsupervised?
did not want leave you to wander the woods.
I said, Berkey, grab me a book and kept walking her street.
She's
Oh,
being watched by
jeez.
Wolf. Waiting for her to get to grandma.
Oh, that's how we lost Elspeth.
Oops.
Alright.
Alright. Slightly diminished. Your party continue on. I assume.
Yes.
Going downstairs. Through the woods and the cabin and the stone and the rock and whatever it was. And down to below. Which is pretty much as you left it, except for the man that Khalid beheaded. Still kind of hanging from his chains where you left him, but there's no like wound for his neck. It's just a kind of a slight lump,
Ew.
Ooh, Elspeth's
Kinda
gonna
sticking up a little.
check that out.
Elspe's not here.
Yeah, no, she went to the tree. She didn't go to the town.
Yeah, she didn't want to go in town.
She avoided the people. She went to the creepy area. Okay. Elspeth, let's go check that out.
Roll either Arcana or Medicine.
Arcana.
What you
Oh.
gonna pick?
Do I get the choice?
Don't ask
Yes.
him, just roll Arcana. You
From
asked
what you can
for
tell-
an obscene number. Here you go.
Yeah. Roll a number between like 13 and whatever, 44. As you study it, that was very distracting. Dog is annoying. it seems to be reminiscent with like magic healing you've seen before. The wound is no longer there, and it's kind of almost skinned over with freshly more. It's not like pink skin, but it's still kind of rubber, leathery and.
We're gonna
such,
have
but
to
it
cut this
seems to
guy
be
up,
kinda-
and each of us takes a piece, and then we go our separate
No.
ways.
It seems to be kind of
We just
growing
need to
up a
cut him
little out of
down
the neck.
and go burn him.
Khalid,
Yes.
I think he is growing a new head. You can do this many times now. You can take him and you can use him for practice to see the
Hey,
best way
check
to
the head.
manipulate
Is the
body.
head growing a body? Is this guy like a starfish?
No, I don't think so. And I'm going to check the head.
There's not really a head to check. There's some splatters on the wall behind.
It is more of
Seems
a
to still be
mashed-
there.
It is more of a
Doesn't
mashed
smell
potato
great.
situation over here.
Mashed
But here
potatoes.
we are growing a new head.
Can you still see dead people?
Yes, I think so.
What does
I have not been told otherwise.
does he
Uh,
look
Bless her heart.
different?
What does he look like?
Well, I almost asked you to ask for a roll of Conga. We gotta take that roll going forward.
For the rest of the campaign.
I might get one. I can do it again.
Can we just do like a take 30? Is that
Yeah. As you, it does seem a little not quite as what's the word for it? Significant. The death shadow, whatever you saw in people and such, doesn't seem to be as prominent. Is the word I'm looking for.
Okay. So
As it was
Just a little bit
Okay.
dead.
So
Yeah.
questions that I apologize for asking because DMing is hard. Compared, so when I first saw him to when Khalid smashed him to now, has she seen a change in his deadness, or has he stayed pretty constant?
When you first saw him, it was more of very mixed. It was kind of hard to tell which side was actually, if he actually was alive or the dead one, which part was harder. Now it's more kind of faded back to a little bit more towards what a normal corpse would look like for you.
Okay. So this is going to be confusing, but I am finding that death is a spectrum. You can be a little dead and you can be very dead. This one is a little alive.
He's been mostly dead all day.
He is mostly dead, this is true. Yesterday he was sort of half and half.
All right, well, that's lovely. While this is going on, Merkin takes the hammer and the chisel and starts going to town on the creepy symbol. Wait, before he does that, hey, Elspeth,
Yes.
did you draw this creepy thing in your
I
creepy
did,
book?
I drew it very well. Would you like to see
Good, good, good. Ting, ting, ting. I'm hammering away.
Roll a strength check.
This is going to go great, everyone. Nothing can go wrong. Merkin is strong of heart and stomach. Ho ho ho!
Hey, wow.
Nice.
So
Get
Merkin
wrecked.
settles down, and you can still see the lines, although it hasn't been repainted as much for a couple of days, so it's kind of fading into the stonework. You set the chisel down, and you go to it, and you hear this ringing clang out, and the chisel just kind of shatters down into the stone a few inches. There's a long crack that starts, and you start.
Oh, is there a
Working it up.
crack? Is there a crack? I gotcha. I pour my water skin over it and control water and freeze it.
Of course he does.
All right. So you freeze it over, and it, the kind of edges of this crack kind of crumbles a little more as it expands. And I assume we keep doing this for the next 3 hours in various ways.
However, you need me to destroy the symbol so it's destroyed. I'm going, like, I am.
We're fast forwarding erosion, basically.
While he does that, Elspeth would like to ritual cast comprehend languages.
Okay. And I was
We're
gonna
using
ask
our time
is Leah
efficiently.
actually here? Have Leah?
Marco.
Maybe.
Hello?
Hi, we see you.
Can't hear you though.
See you. Can't hear you.
Am I here?
Yes.
Yay,
Sort of.
I have
you're
been.
back.
It's been so bad. Oh my god.
What? What are we talking about?
I just
There's a snake in the room.
no, there was a large bug.
Turn the camera. You want to see too?
No, and I don't know how to get it from where it's at.
Get a gun. You're American.
Oh Lord. Oh lordy
Lord?
lordy.
Oh wow, Lord with a T. So you know she's serious.
We are getting the full South Carolina.
Oh, well, it's a palmetto bug, so
Oh, you're dead.
You know.
You might as well just make amends now.
I know.
You're not making it out.
You're murking the house down.
Yeah, I'm not as honestly, they don't scare me as bad as spiders do, but I just don't.
The problem with palmetto bugs is they're aggressive.
Yep.
Their self-defense
They're
is
not
to fly at you.
What is a palmetto?
It's a flying.
It's like a
beetle.
big roach-looking
Yeah.
thing, but they come in from outside when it's cold.
It's got wings and they're giant.
Yeah, they're pretty big, but see,
I'm gonna AFK while we play Insect Hunter.
Yeah.
uh,
Insect Hunter
Yeah,
World.
yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh, mother!
Well,
This is
the
better
rest
than
of
the
the night.
game. I'll just watch this.
Settle it.
Oh, hmm.
Well,
Son
call
of a bitch.
Call either the police or the fire department.
No, see, now that I'm the only one that can walk, it's my duty now, and I really don't like it.
You said duty.
Son of,
You have a fire extinguisher?
oh,
Throw it at him.
they come in, I don't know how they get in the window. It's not like the
Leah.
window has any cracks in it or anything.
You're Alex.
Just like
Find a knife
magicians.
and stab that thing.
Stab it.
I'm going to get a fly swatter. I'll be back.
So Alex settles down to start unattuning.
Elspeth tells her it's a bad idea and then begins
Alright.
comprehend languages.
Alright. Unless somebody's doing something else, Stump and Cam and Khalid just kind of stand and look at everybody else. Well, I assume while everybody else is doing work.
I was
I'm
getting
trying to
ready to
cut-
push Merkin out of the way, but he rolled a natural 20, so
I mean, you could still work with a hammer and chisel, and he's standing there freezing under freezing water.
I mean,
Should we
looks
try
like
to
he's got
cut this body? Should we try to cut this body down from the tree?
Do we want it, if we can't figure out how to make it fully dead, do we want it unchained?
Well, but the tree may be the thing that's bringing life back to it.
That's a fair theory.
let's chop it down.
Alright.
Okay, so
So we'll work on chopping the body down.
okay, so it's hanging by hands, like chained to two sturdy tree roots, and then
Yeah.
it's have some various roots just kind of going through it still.
Khalid
You
just
cut
takes the
some of
hands
them
off.
out.
We'll start cutting at the roots.
Yeah,
Okay.
Khalid just takes the arms off, like the arms off above the chains.
Now there's three people growing back. Boss encounter. All right.
Cut at the roots, because I want to take all his body parts out of here and burn it.
I imagine his hands would fall out the other side.
Yeah. So Khalid goes up and swings his glaive,
Sure.
spins around 4 times, backflips, comes back, rolls under it, jumps over the other side, and then cuts off an arm.
Accurate.
And it's still this kind of like almost leathery parchment feeling with a soft inside. And as you cut it off, it's kind of this black, almost like very old blood, like it had been drying and coagulating, kind of slowly oozes from the arm
Gross.
and both sides. And he, like, as you cut him free, his arms slump and he still kind of hangs halfway upright from these tree roots that are still through him. various ways.
So, do you want to burn him?
And the hands kind of flop down to you, and the shackles chains
Do they
rattle
crawl
to the
away?
ground.
Do the hands crawl away?
Just one of them.
Stop
The
that
best
hand.
pet, keep it as a pet.
Oh, jeez, it's a new familiar.
While this is going on, let's take only like 10 minutes. So
We'll haul that body to that, like one of those braziers, and put it in there and set it all on fire.
sure, put it in the bag.
Burn it.
Yeah, and what was I saying? Elspeth, your spell goes off.
Okay. She's just going to wander down the bottom floor and the top floor and just double check and see if having the ability to read things opens up any more clues to the area.
All right. So you start wandering. Just roll me an investigation check.
Here comes my one. Not a one.
All right. So while they're all doing that, you're doing
Ooh,
see.
before you answer, can I add my DM dice thingy from Cam?
Sure, the hero point. Sure, it's a D6.
Okay.
Oh, you get rid of the dice tray. Oh, no, it's there. Never mind.
Okay, so
Ignore me.
17. Okay.
17. That's not bad.
I feel slightly more confident in that.
As you walk around, the bottom floor doesn't seem to have anything that you recognize. As you go up to the more chapel church-like upstairs, you do see some of the patterns almost seems to straighten out for you, and you get just scattered words, really, like life, rebirth, growth,
Okay.
dawn.
Okay.
Houston, we have a problem. I don't know where it went.
Well,
And if you think that I'm going to sleep in this room
you're not sleeping right now.
until I find and kill it, y'all are sadly mistaken.
Put your dog on Overwatch.
Y'all,
Train to kill.
I'm really stressed.
I feel for you,
I
Leon.
would be too. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not what I want to see in chat.
Oh.
I just scanned that text and I thought it said it can grow up to 1 meter. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're really not good.
I didn't
Joy
realize.
is
They're
more
not a
fun.
good thing at all. There he is. Okay.
There goes Leah. Off on
Get him, Leah.
Why is the
Afraid.
camera not on documenting this? We could be streaming this. We could be millionaires. We could be viral right now. I don't know if you should continue or let's wait for the scream.
I know.
Did she
I'm
mute us?
worried.
Or did you
I don't
mute it?
know.
I don't hear any cussing, so I think she muted it. Oh,
Nope.
No.
There it is.
Well,
Mel.
I'm so glad you left that
I
out.
was gonna go grab a beer, but I need to listen
Yes.
to this.
Come out.
She-
I have a fly swatter. You're gonna die. Come on.
I love that she's pep talking it.
you just laying there? Come out.
I mean, if you want it out, you probably shouldn't be threatening it.
It's mean to be laughing at this, right? Like, we're horrible people, right?
Oh,
I don't know.
we're only laughing because we're not the ones dealing with.
Should we
a
recommend a
tornado.
vacuum to her? Because I would be vacuuming.
Yeah, vacuum is the way to do that.
Maybe we should tell her, yeah.
I feel like they have like an 80-pound 1987 vacuum, though.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
But I'm like long extension on this one.
Don't ruin this for me.
This is also where having cats is good. You just be
That's
like, oh, they'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
She can put her dog against it, but the bug would probably kill the dog.
Yeah, the dog would lose. The dog is worthless.
Okay, things I like about our recent office change. It has a cat.
That's true. We do have the cat now.
Hey, give me your paw back.
We're also going to have cats soon.
Oh,
Aren't you
that's
thrilled?
right.
Wait, what? I missed this.
Felix's sister-in-law is moving in.
Oh.
With our cats.
Well, for the time being, just her cats are moving in, which I really think is just like a bit of a bait and switch, where the cats come and never leave.
It's like when we move off to college and your parents keep your dog.
So my
Yeah.
my former feral cat, for 3 days in a row now, has started experimenting with lying on my chest when I get into bed and pull the covers up.
Oh.
He's just getting used to it and slowly crawling upwards.
Till he lays on your face.
This is the cat that I could not touch for almost 2 months after he was in our apartment when we first got him. He lived behind the piano.
Cat.
It's get rid of-
It's coincided with him abandoning Caroline as his person because she brought the screaming little child into the world. So he's my cat now.
We had a cat when I was a kid we had to get rid of because my brother got allergic, and we gave it to my grandmother, and the cat spent a year and a half under a couch, basically, coming out at night eating. So we finally tried to adopt the cat out because everybody in that household was miserable. My grandmother, she put little treats in a trail out just to kind of lure it out. Cause
Cats are insane.
They're a unique creature.
I think the
We're
bug
getting a
won.
beer.
I don't hear Leah anymore. Pretty sure the bug won.
She's burning down the house.
I don't blame her.
I've never been sprayed by a palmetto
I don't
bug.
think I want to be.
That's an interesting note. Now that I know that, I'm kind of sad about it.
I didn't need to know that.
Up to 1 meter that thing can spray.
Okay,
That's disgusting.
I've got
It
the bug
is.
vacuum.
Did she get the vacuum? I think she got the vacuum.
The bug vacuum.
She got the bug vacuum. I love this.
You need to work this into the campaign somehow, Tap.
Oh
We
my
have
God.
a giant bug.
I'm going to
on a
Amazon
roof.
see if I can send bugs to her every Saturday. So we can just do this every week.
Really cuts down on the prep, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Go in.
It's like an episode of The Office if it were a radio play.
You are trapped now, theoretically.
She's taunting it.
It's about to make a great escape, and I'm here for it.
Oh, God. I don't even know where we were anymore.
We had removed
Oh,
the arms off of our.
Oh
Dead,
yeah, you
not
were you were reading the temple. Yeah, you see scattered words like life, rebirth, growth, dawn, beginning.
Okay. Is there any like imagery or anything like that?
I mean, there's a lot of imagery, but it's mostly like forest scenes. Like you can see one that's a somewhat faded picture of a sunrise. Just general,
Okay.
earthen motifs.
She's just gonna sit down and draw some of them anyway, just in her
Okay.
notes. And that's how she spends her time.
Right. Yeah, you sit down, draw. You find one particular spot that is that Leah?
Good news, I won.
Yay!
Bad
worked for a
news,
while.
it was a multi-battle campaign against
The betting odds were against you.
So I have a bug vacuum, a special, like, actual bug vacuum. It's
Why did you
literally
not
what
start
it's
with
made
that?
for. Well, because I really didn't know where it was. I had to go and find it because the little thing decided to get right into a corner I couldn't reach with the fly swatter. And so the only choices would have been
Wait, you were gonna fly swat a palmetto bug?
Oh.
to start it, and then I would have got it with my shoe. But, to stun it, you get it with the fly swatter. And then,
This is way too many steps. You start
Jeez.
with your shoe, and then it's done.
yeah, but
She had a
I don't
bonus
like
action.
to get
It's fine.
Listen,
I don't like to get too close. So
both of those are
I-
too close for me.
yeah, so I like to stun it first. That way it can't fly at me. Anyway, so it was in a weird little place. It was dying anyway. It fell off the wall
Don't
for
try
crying
to,
out
don't try
loud.
to ease your guilt about killing that.
Yeah.
Well, no, what I've done now, though, is I have condemned it to a slow and painful death of starvation and dehydration because
Yeah, we
it's
heard
now
you
in the
taunt
bug
it.
vacuum.
Yeah.
We've got it in the bug vacuum now, and it's trapped. So I'm just going to let it die there.
I'm
Think of
gonna
its
go
children.
Cog's Twitch channel later and clip this.
So
I expect a link to that clip tomorrow. Also, apparently, I
So,
missed
what
it. I
clip?
missed a dick joke, according to Casta. I
No,
stepped away.
I was saying just like with the magic surge and how much it excited you that we missed so many dick jokes at that moment.
Anyway, okay, I was successful. I was victorious.
Congratulations.
Level up.
So Merkin is breaking up the circle.
Merkin is
the stone floor,
destroying the circle.
and
Merkin
Elspeth
20.
is exploring, and Cam and Stump and Khalid are chopping the body down, while Alex is having an epic battle with a bug in the corner.
No, what I'm doing is unattuning from the mask, or trying to.
Elspeth, before she started, would have told her that she thinks it's a bad idea.
Oh, then I'm not doing that.
Yeah, she would have told her.
Son of a...
Yeah, she would have said, wait until the power, because just in
Yeah,
case.
I would have waited. If Elspeth had told Alex that, then Alex would have taken her advice. Because
And will
she
suggest
sees
that he
us
can
with
make
this-
a minor illusion on the front of the mask that mostly looks like the rest of your face.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. It's not a big... it's
It's
not
gonna
probably-
look like amateur
I
restore.
mean, it's not unattractive, right? I mean, like, it actually looks kind of pretty, and it's got, like, the scrolls.
I mean, it's nicely made. I'm not gonna say it's like height of fashion. It definitely sticks out. I mean, you don't have to see people walking around with these things.
I know, but I mean, it doesn't, like... I mean... ugh.
But no, it's not like a demon face eating your eye or anything like that. It is like scroll work in bronze, filigree, and whatever.
Yeah, okay.
In a low
I'm-
magic setting.
Well, I mean, it could be just a fashion statement.
And
Scroll
right in
chat,
right
see
in front of your
the
eye,
minor
like you're
illusion.
seeing through, is a marble of crystal.
Like I said, I mean, maybe it's a fashion statement. Who knows?
Who knows? Elspeth, you sit down, start drawing down. You find a scene of some people standing around a tree. There seem to be like a couple of kneeling by it. One seems to be holding up a baby in the sky.
Okay.
You start drawing that down.
Circle line.
So Alex is not unattending to that. I was going to say they finish unattending to that because it takes a
So
while to break up everything.
I'll
but
be
do
helping
not.
with whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be helping with whatever Alex is able to do,
Alright.
which is probably not very much. She's not extremely strong. She's not, or anything like that. So
You can take the hammer chisel from Merkin and make a little more cracks in the floor for him to freeze over, I guess.
yeah.
Are we doing anything with this body? Are we just kind of putting it in the corner and watching people work, or?
I said I was going to take it up there to that brazier upstairs and burn it.
Okay. Cam starts dragging a body.
Stump
Upstairs.
helps him.
Okay.
Delete
And
the
use-
grave.
Yeah, it's kind of messy. You know, it's got this little gooey black streaks on it, really sticking to it.
Do
Blade.
those black streaks remind Khalid any of the stuff we encountered with the animals way back when?
It's more like very old coagulated blood that's still kind of jelly-ish.
He does not do well with gore.
The braces are not currently lit, so you can stuff them in there. Lighted, I assume.
Yeah.
You can hear this slight kind of sizzle to start with, which turns into a crackling pop. You can see the blisters on this body kind of take form, and then it seems to almost, like tinder, catch fire. And you are overcome by the sensation of very bad smells. Like rot
Disgust.
fills around you. Alright.
Cover my mouth.
At least we're not underground.
Yeah. At least it's not a very, like, enclosed area.
I'm sure the ventilation is great in here.
Yes. It's a nice breeze. Alright. So it takes you about 3 hours downstairs to really break up the stone and such to where the whole circle area where the was painted on there is shattered and crumbled and gravel mostly.
I will
Between the hammer, chisel,
prestidigitate
and
the
water.
heck out of this puff of wind. Get away from me. Breathe.
Yeah. Elspeth, you sit there drawing, is like,
Smells like
something's
home.
going on.
I was
Sounds
about to
like
say,
home.
this is the lady who likes dead things, so you know.
That's so wrong.
So we're all
All right.
cleaned up.
Yeah. So, you're into afternoonish at this point. The ground where the circle was is broken up, gravelized. Are we doing anything else with it? Are we leaving it like that, or?
Do we want to
I
find
mean,
Julius?
would you say that it's destroyed beyond repair?
The ground is, yes. It's a good. You have a good, like 2 or 3 inches of basically it's gravel on top of the stonework at this point.
I think we're
A
good.
good circle area.
Does Elspeth see any life in the gravel, like reforming? I don't want a Terminator 2 situation here.
She would have to. She's upstairs, and she would have to ritual cast detect magic. She's only got comprehend languages right now.
Cam would ask her to do that once the body's all burned up too, just to make sure.
She had
Oh, we're
sound.
burning
So,
something.
ritual
Go help
cast.
with that.
Alright, so yeah, we're on a weird time schedule, so that's fine. The body burns pretty quick, and it doesn't leave much of a trace afterwards once it flames out. And as you cast your spell and look in the brazier, you can not really see any traces of anything left out of the ordinary.
Okay, that looks dead.
There.
She heads downstairs and looks at the ritual circle to see if there's any like magic concentrated around where the circle was.
You can feel or see, I guess not feel, little flecks of it, like magic hints every there and there, but it doesn't seem to be any like conjoined spell or anything. Just some residual spell work, perhaps in the stone.
So I am not entirely convinced that we have really broken everything here. I think it is kind of like we shook up the jigsaw puzzle, you know, but I think that it would take someone very skilled to put it back together again. I guess I am saying I can't give you any warranty on the work done here, but we did something.
What if we just gather up like parts of it and just take it and scatter it through the woods?
We could do it, sure.
Yeah,
That's
Stump's gonna stick a couple chunks in his pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gather up some handfuls of it and stuff them in the
Yeah.
bag. And
Mergen's going to keep a few pieces for sling ammunition.
Okay. Yeah, Stump, you kind of kick around. You find two larger, sort of the larger chunks. I mean, probably half your fist sized, half Cam's fist size, more than yours probably, and stick them in your pack. The rest of you grab some handfuls and some marbles of stone.
Alright, are we going to find Helios?
Suppose we should, unless he's made off without us.
He likes me. I don't think he will have. He is not so fond of you, but he you know, we are working on our relationship.
Well, we don't know
Could
how I
be-
feel about him so far.
Who could ever doubt Elspeth's ability to understand human relationships?
Just a long silence.
I get the joke. I am aware. I get the joke. Shut up.
You understood that reference.
So we head up.
We go.
So you head back to where you had set up camp.
Cam will pop his head in and just tell the merchant lady that we originally talked to, and just tell her that we've destroyed things and gotten rid of it as best as we can, and hopefully they don't have any more problems.
That's awfully non-committal of a. Were you not breaking the curse?
We destroyed the magic. I mean, I can't guarantee you won't have something else come tomorrow, but hopefully everything's good, and the tree seems to be doing better now, so.
Just gonna huffs at you. You people are bad luck.
I've been called worse.
The woman who was having her village drained of blood before we arrived caused us bad luck. It's good to know.
Yeah, this seems very unauspicious, but anyway.
So yeah, we'll go back and gather up Helios, and I guess start heading towards his house, or.
Yeah, Helios seems to
Nope.
have packed up.
You
and getting
froze,
on
and I can't hear you in the headset.
Yeah, I can't hear you either.
Oh,
I think we just lost connection.
You're back.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I hear you.
How are you?
Hi.
We froze up that
Hi.
time.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, Helios is all gathered up and standing in the campsite, sort of waiting on you, trying to find you all. Seems ready to leave.
I'll tell Helios what we did and gather up all my stuff and maybe find a horse. I think we had horses.
At some point.
Yes.
I need to actually write down. Somebody needs to add like a horse to the party loot or something, because I keep forgetting how many you have. And
We have
Let's
I
enough.
know
just assume-
Elspeth and I were sharing one.
all right, Helios had one.
Helios
I
had his
had
own.
one. Alex had one.
I think
Yeah.
everybody else had their own.
No, I
for-
think Merkin was riding with somebody too. And Khalid has his mount.
Yeah.
Riding with Khalid.
I think so too.
You were riding with the lead for that one battle, but you have your own horse.
Worked well. We should do it from now on.
I don't know that that's a good idea.
So Helios listens to you and said, "Well, do you think that will be enough?" That's.
I mean, you're more of a nature person than we are.
I mean, the tree seems fine, as does the area around it. That's the unhallowness of something like that is not really my expertise.
I mean, we can go back to. We're gonna be headed back to River End at some point. We'll tell the church, I guess, or maybe maybe you want to send a message to the church or something and just let
Oh.
them know. Maybe they can come do whatever stuff they do. I don't know. I'm not a religious person.
Well, I will believe it what you feel is best handled. All I know is that we can't allow that to happen again or be repeated.
Given the level of power that was involved with that, I don't imagine folks like that are just walking around.
So we haven't seen this exactly before, but we've seen a lot of things like this, and I would pretty much guarantee you there is something else like this going on somewhere. Not to be the downer in the situation, but you know, maybe this particular isolated area is finished.
Arkin is now smoking his pipe and says, "We really need to figure out who or what the Wild King is."
Yeah.
Maybe the baby, but I'm not sure.
Baby?
The baby on the wall. She holds up her book, and it's a really crappy drawing.
Fully drawn magic.
It's like a stick baby.
This like somebody's
so
holding up
they-
a really big hand.
Very Lion King-esque, exactly.
I think you're going to jog my memory. I don't.
There is a picture, and there are people kneeling near the tree, and there was a baby being held up.
I see. Well, is it possible that the tower has reference to this?
I mean, it is possible, but Obsidian also says that if the tower does have information, they are not going to share it with us. This is one of the
But-
reasons why I wanted to go with Helios.
I'm
I
very.
thought you were going to
I
River
am-
End.
No, I think we should go with you.
Well, we are going to head towards River End eventually, but you know, I do think it's worth talking to your elders to see what they may know. Also, are there other places of learning outside of the church or the tower? Like, are there libraries or universities or anywhere that would have like lore or like, and where would those be located if
As
there
a
are?
public institution, are you talking about? Like,
I mean, any kind of institution, even if
bro, need like a social skill, a little history, I guess.
Yeah.
you.
Let's see, 10. A lot of learning and such. It's either done like in general education. Is either done by like monasteries and priests and such that go on missions to towns, or it's privately a lord or keep collects stuff. There are certainly people or organizations that are more interested in finding things like, or finding out about things like the Khalid's Order, the Tower, the Church. But other than those, like probably the main ones come to mind. Other than that, like you heard of the Seekers before, that often have. It's more of a private people that go looking through them, but they collect stuff like the artifacts and things like that too.
Okay, what are we doing right now as a group? Are we deciding what to do, or what are
I
we?
think we're deciding.
Okay.
Elspeth wants to show Helios her baby picture real quick and be like, "Do you know this baby?"
Is it yours?
It is not my baby. It is perhaps your baby. It came from your temple. Do you worship this baby?
I don't worship any babies.
Oh well, never mind then.
I
I have
don't-
no leads. Okay, what do we want to do?
I revere
Um,
life itself, and the birth of a child is certainly something to be
Oh, okay.
celebrated.
I mean, that is perhaps all it is. But do you know anything about the Wild King?
It's not a name I've heard before.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, while the rest of the group is deciding where you want to go and what you want to do, like I said, my thought for whatever it's worth is that we should perhaps meet with the elders and then head on to River End. But while you are deciding, of course, I will go wherever the group decides to go. I need to write a quick letter while you decide. And I've said what I want to do. Alex is going to kind of take a minute and use a sheet of that. I think she has one, or I think she has one sheet of that magic
It should
paper.
be in your inventory. I hope you're
Yeah.
taking track of that, because all you always have one.
I've never
I
used
don't trust
it, though.
any of you, except Felix.
I don't. It never made
You
it
don't
into
trust
my
me?
inventory, but I had one sheet of it. Stump gave me one sheet. I haven't used it, but I'm
Yeah, I think
using
Stump
it now.
took all of them and then gave everybody one sheet.
Right, and I
As I
never
recall.
used it before now, so I'm going to use it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
And-
one sheet. I have paper bird on my
Yeah,
inventory.
I had it in Roll20, but it didn't seem to make it over here, or it was in the party.
Or you
place.
used it.
I've never used it. Who have I written a letter to? I haven't written a letter to anybody. But Alex is going to
Dear Diary.
write. No, she's going to write a letter to her father.
All right.
And she's going to ask
Hey, here's a
him.
fun question. Does his father have a name?
Yes. Hold on. I've forgotten it because I haven't thought about it in a very long
Name
time.
is a dark secret.
Donald.
Hold, please. Hold. Hold on. Where do I have that?
That's a good question, because I don't have that.
Because I started writing it, I haven't finished it.
I only been doing it like a year and a half or something, so it's good.
I know, whatever. I mean, we've discussed this.
You should
His
go for that
name
Ivan.
is.
Bob.
His name is
Bob Harley.
Father. No, I called him. I mean, obviously I don't call him by his name,
Oh,
but
Robert.
no.
His
Here we
name
go.
is Father, she said.
Father.
Yeah.
She,
Um,
Alex doesn't actually know his name. She has always called him Father.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
He never shared his name. I mean, her name
He's a
is
very-
ridiculous.
He's a
So
very private person.
hold on, I'm opening it up.
You said that.
I had to find it. Let's see.
He's probably
Uh,
Alexander, because,
Yes.
Derek, Lord Derek Reginald Viscount Harley. There you go.
Okay.
Um,
So you sent a letter to Derek.
yes, I'm gonna send a letter to. Well, Alex's name is Catherine Alexandria Desmona, so there you go.
And you guys thought me naming him McKinley. Trouble.
Anyway, so she's gonna write a letter. She's just gonna write a letter to her father. She's going to ask him to. What is that place that we stayed at in River End? The inn that we stayed at.
Cross
10
I
candles.
think.
Cross candles. Yeah. Ask. I don't remember what it
I
was.
don't blame you. It was a good name.
I'm gonna ask him to write her back there, but she's gonna ask for. Basically, she's gonna ask him to send her the names of people she can contact, who might know where to find information about things
Lockpicks.
like, private libraries, scholars that he may know, or anything that he can share with her in River End or whatever the capital city is, and have her
Sure.
write. Yeah, just basically anything he can share with her. She's not going to give him a lot of details. She's just to say she's looking for, that there's a mystery, and that her and the group she's traveling with are looking for more information. So
Long time no talk. Give me stuff. Send it here.
yeah, I mean, and so. And that she hopes everything is well. Of course, she'll
Okay.
do all the niceties. Hope
Sure.
everybody's well. The household's fine. Blah blah blah.
Give me a straight D20. All right. So Alex breaks off and starts writing a letter.
She's gonna keep it pretty short.
Yep.
Um.
I think there was actually like a word limit on the paper bird.
Yeah, I mean, she's gonna keep it short. She'll use them. Yeah. I think it has like a so many word limit. I can't remember what it was, but she'll
50
also,
words or less.
She also I mean, yeah. So do I need to type that out, or do you just
No.
You think we can?
Hi, Dad. I want to find books. Got any books? No, anybody got books? I'm here. Bye.
Yeah, but sort of less simple.
Less
but
than
yeah.
that. Hi, Dad. Books? Books? Cross candles.
Okay,
Bye.
I'm gonna write what I wanted to say, and the thing. Just give me a minute, because I got to count the words.
You're probably not going to get a response right now, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. So yeah. But
Feel free to do that between sessions.
I'm gonna
Okay.
Just weigh in on this one. For people whose characters are more intelligent than they are, if you expect me to say things that are intelligence 10 or above, that's just not going to work. Just for the future time.
Khalid's intelligence is an 8, so you don't have the problem.
I know, so I'm good here. This is fine. I just want to set the record straight for the future.
No, I don't care. I was just paraphrasing, but if you want to write it out, that's perfectly fine.
Helios, next question. Someone
Yes.
recently mentioned there being lots of kings. I don't remember who. Maybe it was Obsidian. Do you know anything about this?
I think that was your history roll.
Oh, never mind. I know that once there were lots of kings. Speaking of characters that are more intelligent than their players.
Helios is so fucking ready to be done with us.
Helios, do you know anything about there being many kings? It is a story I heard once from my papa.
There certainly was a time when anybody could claim a piece of land, declared himself king over it, and decided to wage war against any king nearby that had another piece of land they wanted.
I mean, that is quintessentially human. Alright.
We are somewhat in equilibrium now, and not too many.
I would say more
fighting.
like a political monopoly, but I see what you are getting at.
I mean, I don't interfere too much
Kind
about
of
that. It's,
swamp.
I live in a
that she
cabin in
grew
the woods.
up in that she knows what a monopoly is.
Yes. Elspeth grew up in a town with 12 people or something. Political powerhouse.
Alright, I am finished. We can walk.
Uh,
Someone has to
so
carry Alex.
why are we carrying
no,
Alex?
No, I can walk. I'm quite done here.
Did you put that on?
What?
He says
What-
to
what?
Alex.
Ugh.
I did put it on. It perhaps was a bit impetuous. I admit, I was kind of excited by the description that Elspeth provided.
When I was growing up, my father once taught me a lesson that you can't eat just any food that you stumble across laying on the floor. And it might apply to certain things you find that aren't edible.
I don't understand why you can't eat food.
It's
I understand the metaphor. I appreciate the concern. For now, I'm just going to go with it because there doesn't seem to be another option. But we're going to see to that when we get to River End, when we return to River End.
certainly, and you had decided to come see the elders.
Yes.
Well, it will take us a few days. You made that clear, right? He looks at Elspeth.
I mean, I don't really tell details to people. That's not really my strong point. She's gonna look at like Cam and Khalid.
I get it as much as why I'm asking the question.
Are you still good with this? Do we want to change plans?
So, it did occur to me that the explanation to the order when I return is going to be a bit awkward when I say that we found someone impersonating Sir Woodhart. They had this seemingly very powerful mask. Oh, and my friend put it on her face.
But okay, yes, I mean that is going to be something for later. But what I meant was, are we going to meet with the druids on our way back to Riverdale?
His druids?
Yes. Then we can bring to your order all of the information we can gather.
I mean, we have to.
It is not a have to, but my logic is that this is a temple of like their ancient people, and I think that it is realistic that if someone is going to have more information on it, it is going to be them.
If you are going to be in River End and you don't want to, I will meet with the elders either way, and I will certainly relay any information to you if you're River End, however, wherever we can find you.
Well,
Okay,
in
that
that
is
case,
also an option.
But you are welcome to join, and they might appreciate having your expertise and insight in matters.
I think we should go, and I think at the very least, maybe they can look at this thing on Alex's face now and see if they know anything or can detect anything about it.
Just so we are clear, there is no expertise in this situation.
Yeah, but
Just
I
to
mean,
clear
every
that
little bit
up.
of information helps, right?
This is true. There is accidental acquisition of information. That is something that has occurred.
I think we go to this gathering of these elders and then we head to River End.
Cam is the leader, so it is decided.
I mean, I'm
Let's go.
older.
Yes, but you are
Yeah,
also
but you
under
like
the
to blow
influence.
everything up.
I mean, I've
50% of the time it's
already
like-
expressed my willingness to do whatever is decided. So, and I am ready now. I have completed my letter, and I'm going to send a little paper bird flying.
All right.
Cam's gonna get on the horse and get Elle on the horse and then
Cam
head
is
off
the
to
boost
follow
out.
Helios.
All right. Paper bird flies away. Eagle comes flying around and snatches up. No.
Oh, not again.
All right. We can probably make it to my cabin before. Well, not before sunset, but shortly after at least, and we'll rest there, and we'll continue on in the morning if that's.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
That would be very
Pleasant
nice.
enough.
I like your rock.
Oh, thank you. I think it likes you too.
That is the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me.
That's sad. And you set off northwards in a well-traveled route, because I think you've been up and down this particular road now a few times. About midway through the day, or slightly evening, you see a little smoke off to the side. There's still a little wisp of smoke as a fort burnt down. You continue on towards nighttime, and you, true enough, about a couple hours after sunset, the night fallen, you make it into the woods over to Helios's cabin, and we're gonna take a break there.
Alright.
'Cause I have to be. What is your dog
That is,
talking to?
by the way, exactly 50 words. Tab.
Yeah, but you could use some contraction, drag it down. She's showing off now.
You're not going to break? Come on, Pump Pump.
I literally just ran to the bathroom because I wasn't sure a break was coming.
Yeah, I used the bathroom while I was off getting bug killing supplies, so I'm all good. Come here, Pump Pump. You want
Glad
your
you
goodie?
survived that ordeal.
I know, it was actually very touch and go there for a minute.
So the most troubling thing to me about the description of that thing is that it sprays a nasty smell up to a meter.
I've never had one spray me, I will say. Come here, Pump Pump. Come and get your goodie. I will say that. But I mean, they're just they're just a part of life in the South.
Yeah, they're
We
pretty
call them
nasty
water
looking.
bugs. We call them water bugs too. Like, we call them water bugs here. They might be slightly different here than they are in Florida. But I mean, I mean, that one was about that big.
Still on the bug. Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about the bug because that thing was terrible. The bug vacuum almost didn't suck it up because it was so big. Because it doesn't have exactly like strong suction. It's meant for like little bugs.
Why have a vacuum designed specifically for bugs and then have it fail due to being underpowered when you can just use a normal vacuum?
Because my normal vacuum it doesn't have any things to attach or whatever. It's just an upright.
Is it from 1987?
It's probably from 2001.
Well, we call that close enough. It is a 20-year-old vacuum.
Yeah. Get this all. It's an Auric. It's one of them gray, old-fashioned Aurics. Upright. I'm gonna get one of those Dyson stick vacs for the rest of the house because only the bedrooms have carpet. So that Auric does me no good in the rest of the house. Did you eat your goodie? Yeah. She's eating it.
She was going to save some for her best friend, the palmetto bug, but you...
I think it was just a water bug, though. I mean, but still, that thing was massive. It was like that big, quite large. I put the whole bug vacuum outside. I wasn't taking no chances. I just put the whole thing right outside.
I'm muted.
You
Hi, Jessica.
imagining a reality where the palmetto bug escaped the bug vac?
Right. I mean, it's not supposed to be able to escape. Like, bugs are not supposed to be able to escape it. But
You don't want them crawling back in.
I don't want to take any chances. I would like it to stay in there, but I would like it to stay outside until I know it's good and dead. So, it is what it is.
No, I got a Coke.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. So I messed up my nails in my big bug vendetta, and I literally had just painted them, and I'm already taking it off again.
Oh, I'm
Oh
sorry.
no.
Yeah. Now and since I already took pictures of the polish, I don't even want to put the same one on now. So
Well, I have an idea for what you can do.
what?
Definitely do nail art with one of those palmetto bugs or
Nope.
nails.
Nope. Sure not. There are
Like,
some people who get mosquitoes or little gnats and stuff and put them in their acrylic nails. It's disgusting. I don't understand it. It makes
But-
no sense. Do not like 0 out of 10.
That's me
Hang
with
on.
nail polish in general.
Think of Aunt Mel's reaction if you just reached around a door jamb so she could just see your hands with the.
She, one, would know that would never happen because she knows me. And two, I mean, that thing was far bigger than my fingernails. Far bigger.
Far, far bigger.
Huge.
Huge nails.
There's a Y in it.
Nails?
Huge.
Huge.
So I'm
think that's
painting
true.
a new color now.
Go on.
What?
What is the
Just
color?
painting a new color. It's called Solute.
That's
It's like
not a color.
that's the name of the color,
Nobody
but
can
it's
see
kind
anything.
of it's kind of a multi-chrome purple.
It looks gray.
I'll put a picture when I'm done.
Okay.
I was afraid of that.
This is why combat always takes a while, guys.
Why? Combat doesn't take.
Because we don't want to break our nails?
Because you're painting them during combat.
Yeah, but it's not me that's always holding up the combat
No.
either.
No fighting, children. So you make it to the cabin. You settle in for the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get along.
Yeah. So take a long rest, unless they're...
Yay! Oh my gosh, we can actually do it now?
Woohoo!
You want? You don't have to.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like your attitude.
Okay,
Well,
I'm gonna use.
lay on hands myself for 1 point.
Wait, do you have any extras of those?
Yeah. Can you lay
Yeah,
on?
do you have any extras? Because I need
6?
2 points too.
Yes.
I need 2.
I need 3.
So Khalid sneaks off into the woods before bedtime and lays on hands on himself.
It lays some hands on the whole party.
How many?
He
Just
I have
Comes
4
back.
more lay on hand
that's
points.
4. Okay, never mind.
Well, I mean, I only need 2. I'll just roll a hit dice.
6. So if you're
I
not
have
giving
4.
2, give me the 6.
So also keep in mind we get half our hit dice back when we rest.
Yeah, I used a lot of hit dice in that short rest. I got very beat up.
It's okay. I'll survive.
Yeah, I used to.
No, heal her.
I used a lot of hit dice too.
No, heal Elspeth. We're
I'm
not
back
going to
up
make.
to 4. I'm back
I
up
get-
to 4 hit dice now.
Alright, I'm going to lay on hands Elspeth for 4 points.
She won't let you touch her anyway. It doesn't matter. Go
Come here. Come here.
It's a game of chase.
We'll cast hold person on her.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I got my hit points back. I'm all good. Got my dice back too.
I'm down to paper cuts now, so I'm happy.
Oh, it's so nice to have
Why?
actual resources back. Meow,
Yeah, that's a fun.
meow, meow, meow,
Dogs, cats are pissed.
meow.
I'm not gonna let it in. I'm wired. Thank you.
Hey Alex, would you roll me a con save?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Thank
20.
you.
That's scary.
So it's morning time then?
Yes, y'all wake up in the morning at some point during the day. No, I'm just
Stump
distracted
is,
by Mark, please.
Stump is going to approach Alex.
Oh god. What is happening?
Stump is doing what now?
Approaching Alex.
Approaching Alex.
Stump approaches Alex.
May I take a look at the mask?
Certainly, if we wish. I don't know what we can. I mean, I can't take it off, obviously, but absolutely.
Well, if it's okay with you, I would like to touch it. I may have a solution to your problem.
Okay, that
The way it
certainly.
smells.
That's not a problem at all.
I'm going to touch the mask and cast Remove Curse.
All right. So, Stump palms your face, and casts a spell under his breath, and you can feel it kind of as the magic takes hold. It kind of peels slowly around like the top of it, and then it's down like a suction cup kind of being pulled from your eye, and then it falls. Mask falls off, and you blink a little, and your eyesight's a little blurry on that eye for a couple of seconds, but you blink and it seems to be fine.
Wonderful. Okay. Does it mean it's now rendered useless?
No, I don't believe so.
Can I take the mask? I don't care about my face.
Well, no, I think I'm going to give it to Elspeth so she can study it some more and determine if it's safe. And let her decide. Because
Just
I
please don't
trust
put it
him.
on Elle.
Oh, so these, I mean, I have learned everything I can about it. If you wish to know more, then I think that you should give it to the tower.
Yeah, I'll keep it safe until we get it to the tower.
Don't give it to Marky.
So,
No, I'm going to give it to Elspeth so that she can take
Literally the
charge
most
of it.
useful magic item we've got in the entire campaign. They're like, don't use it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling very warm and fuzzy. I mean, it was attached to my face.
Yeah, and you care about your face. I don't care about mine.
And a big bad evil thing used it, and Stomp cast Remove Curse, and it fell off. Yeah, don't give it to him. He doesn't need to use
I
it.
don't know if Stump said he cast Remove Curse.
Okay, I'm going to give it to Elle to keep safe.
so I will say that the tower.
Can you think of any place safer for it than a tower-trained magician keeping it?
Okay, so on the one
Yes.
hand, whatever evil there is clearly likes Merkin as a vessel. On the other hand, if we give it to the tower, they will probably keep it because they are very judgy about what kind of magic is okay. So
Yeah, so that I still think it's potentially useful. But I'm not keen to let the tower just have free reign with it. Merkin, I am sorry, but you have proven that the evil thing likes you the way you taste a little too much. So I'm gonna let Elspeth hold it.
I think perhaps we should give it to Khalid because he was right that it was served with heart and he's going to have to answer for these things. But that is just my opinion.
Okay, we can give it to Khalid.
It's also kind of his job to, stomp out this kind of
That
stuff.
seems to make too much sense.
So I'm glad we came
Does
to that.
Khalid mean to?
What's that stuff?
Do you mean to hand it into the tower?
I intend to have it on my person when I have the discussion. But
I can keep it safe for you.
I do have some concerns with the. Well, we all adore you, Merkin. We've seen some negative effects of being exposed to this sort of magic. So, really, it is because we care that we don't think you should have this on your person.
Thank you, Sump.
Well, I removed it from Alex because she seems scared of it, but I would like to point out that not telling the tower something is not lying.
But the church and the tower are different, right? There are many things I don't intend to tell the tower, frankly.
Don't say
Correct.
that in
Like-
front of Khalid.
I don't report to the tower. I'll be going to the order. I'll be explaining what happened. If my leadership is interested in seeing the device, I'm happy to show them. I have no intention of letting them keep it, however. I think at this point we have more knowledge of this than anyone else does.
If he was right, the tower is really not to be trusted, and I don't know that the mask is where he got the power to play imposter. I'm not sure that it's relevant to the rest of the story.
I don't know that we know that for sure.
He was talking about the tower. He was talking about the order, wasn't he?
No, the tower.
He was talking about both.
Both.
They tend to be conflated.
Well, they are. I mean, they are related to each other in a way.
Being that they are both organizations, yes.
No,
But so
I
is
mean,
the Blacksmith's Guild.
your order is specifically to track down those mages who have gone rogue from the tower, correct?
No. My order is specifically to prevent the second occurrence of God, I can't remember the fucking thing anymore.
The
Rend.
Rend.
The Rend.
Yes, but doing that is tracking down those mages who have not reported, confirmed, conformed, or otherwise, registered at the tower and things like that. I mean, clearly, even if it's not now, at some point the two organizations had to have been related.
We both
But that's something that Alex would have known.
have the same goals. We achieve them in different ways. Hunting rogue mages is a very small facet of what we do.
I'm just saying, it seems unlikely that they are not in some way related to each other. Even perhaps many years ago.
They do share the zip code. So there is that.
Aren't the buildings connected too? The tower and the order are really close together.
I don't think so.
I mean, the order's office is on the by the tower thing there in the river.
Yeah.
It's by it, but it's not in the tower, right? Because the tower is has its own gate or whatever.
Yeah. There's like an island thing that the tower is on, and the order stuff is on the island, but outside the tower itself.
But it's on the same island with the tower. They're all. Those are the only two things that are on that little island.
Regardless,
I mean, there's other things too.
as of
Scullery
today,
mates.
there is no chain of command or joint function that
That you're aware
is
of.
served. Well, yes, that anyone is aware of.
I mean, regardless of all of this, we trust Khalid.
Yes, of
Our
course.
friend.
I'm-
So, you know,
that's
I
not
trust your
an-
judgment mostly. And yeah,
That's
In
not in
a
question.
general sense, if the Order and Tower are related anyway, the Order is kind of like the Tower's jailers.
That's what I was saying.
No.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna let it go.
Who's that famous bounty hunter? Dog guy? That's
Dog the
Khalid.
bounty hunter.
so how long before this meeting do you think, Helios?
Is he leaves out yet, or is he still inside?
He's not here. I'll go find him and ask him.
Helios is off meditating in front of his rock.
Probably with Elspeth, because, you know, she's
I don't
fascinated
know.
with the rock.
She's like right here.
She's licking it.
Elspeth just sitting next to him, like,
Observing.
yes.
How long before this meeting do you think?
It's a day to get to Elder Gwenrin's home, and he will send out messages to the other ones in the area. It'll take them a day or two probably to make it there.
Would it help if we sent a message beforehand to let him know?
Perhaps. But I don't know how. Unless I see him in person and speak to him, I don't know if he will trust any message. I don't have a way to contact him other than seeing him. But we can try, certainly, if you have a means.
I don't. I don't know if Stump has a spell, so.
Yeah, I have to know the person though.
Yeah.
I have paper
Well, then we need to
birds.
get on the road. And we need to get on the road and get going.
Roll out.
I have a tendency to agree.
Alright. So, Helios finishes under study and gathers up his stuff, gets on his horse, and trots off into the woods. This little path.
Cam will gather up Elle and back onto the horse and go. Off we go.
Alright. So, it takes the most better part of the day, unless you're doing anything else along it.
Nah.
Playing I Spy.
Keep saying
Cam
she
will
sees
totally
something,
play that with you.
and we keep not seeing it, so it's a very boring game.
I see something almost dead.
Is it
Is it us?
Khalid?
It is Khalid. That was a good guess.
This is a terrible game.
Alright, so by the time the sun starts setting again, full days of travel, it's slow, making your way through the woods. There's not really any road per se, there's just trails and such he follows and leads you along. Comes to another little cabin. A lot more decrepit than Helios was. Helios is pretty sturdy log cabin. This one is more like sticks and such that seems to have been standing there for a while. In a little glade, and behind it is several of these standing stones that Helios had put in about a 15-foot diameter circle. And as you approach, this older man, gray-haired, pretty long beard, wearing fairly simple robe comes out. He goes, greets you. Helios, you brought friends. And Helios kind of waves you all forward
Hi.
and says, they bring unsavory news that I think you needed to hear. Says the old man who along
Yeah.
Uh-oh, you're cutting out quite significantly.
Oklahoma strikes again. Beep, boop.
Literally, that's what it
I
sounds
think
like.
he's intentionally making rope sounds.
Yeah.
Except you're not frozen in the video.
Alright, I'll be back.
Yep.
Yeah, you seem to be back.
So I'm gonna need you to start over from we had a long rest.
No.
Meteorites fall. Y'all take 2d8 damage.
No.
We head to the elder's house. It's an older but more crude cabin, and there's several standing stones behind it in about a 50-foot circle.
Yeah, we got all that.
And we'll be like, ow, ow.
Chag is being a
bunch of them.
ass. We got all that. He cut off just when the guy was about to say something.
I think we
Campaign
all
over. Rockfed, you died.
Yay! Reroll.
Actually, I would not be dead if I took that much damage. I would still only be knocked out.
You want me to test that theory out?
I mean, you would not die, and then you would bleed out 3 rounds later. So there's that.
Unless only if I failed my death saves.
To be fair, Stump would survive. I think.
Oh yeah.
So what?
Dump would stand up at one hit. What happened?
Tell our story.
And then cry because Cam was dead. Elspeth
Yeah.
was dead.
Stump is not allowed to cry again. That was
No.
terrible.
My soul can't take that.
Okay, where were we? The old man leaning on kind of has a limp, leaning on the staff. Waves you all forward. He just kind of turns back into his cabin. And
Cam will slide off the horse and tie it off and go in.
and the cabin is pretty small. It's
Spacious.
less than a football field.
I mean, you know,
Bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
Cam's fine.
Yeah.
Merkin's gonna be the last one in.
And he has this little pot boiling under a fire in the corner. It's like,
Are there any like shelves or bookshelves or?
no, there are no bookshelves or anything like that.
Elspeth immediately starts going through his belongings, regardless of what they are.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a thing that happened.
So he has a shelf there with just kind of knickknacks on. There's a whole little row of like small little animal skeletons, like a rat, a little owl. It looks like a squirrel.
She is into this. She's very careful, but she's just studying.
All right. And he's in a pot, and he has a pot in there. He's making tea, and he starts kind of pouring cups. 1 second. Hey, Khalid, where did you put the mask in your horse pack? Lizard pack?
I've got to take it off of my inventory too, by the
it's-
way.
In Khalid's pack, like he keeps it in his person.
Okay. Good to know.
Cam's gonna settle in by the fire. I'll tell the story whenever you're ready.
Oh. Well, tea first, all in time.
Okay.
Has little ceramic cups. He starts handing around some small little ones. He's pouring it.
Where did you put the mask? Leah.
I deleted it from my inventory. Um,
I
Okay.
mean, technically you have it though.
So we have a party loot, so that Tad doesn't have to keep recreating items. So when you're
That's
done with an item,
fantastic.
you drag it into the party loot.
I will put. Let's see. This is the one.
well, I don't know how to do that. Well, I mean, I
You
guess I did know how to do
literally
that,
do know how to do that.
but I didn't think about that.
Okay, that is the appropriate
That's-
response. That's okay.
I stuck it in your inventory.
Thanks, Tad.
Why is it in my inventory?
It's not in
No.
your inventory.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, defaulted to equipped. That's gonna be a no. Wait, why is it? No, it's defaulting to attuned. I don't want this to be attuned.
Yeah.
No, don't.
You should do it.
No, I don't. Alright.
Props
So,
to Stump for figuring that out, by the way. We did
That's
not
fast.
appreciate that enough.
Stump's the smartest party member.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Somehow.
he's probably the wisest of us all.
This old man kind of serves. He serves Helios a cup, and it's pretty crowded in there with all of you in the cabin. And he pats Helios on the shoulder. It's been too long since I saw you. Now, what is this business? And Helios gestures to Cam, I suppose.
Yeah. So
I guess-
Cam is gonna do in the best storytelling fashion, and I'm not reading all of those notes again, but there you go.
And Elspeth is gonna like tap his shoulder and be like, "Do you want my picture of the baby?"
Is it your baby?
It is not. It is not my baby. No, but I mean, I was actually speaking to Cam. If Cam wanted it for the storytelling, I have some of the pictures.
When I get to that part of the story.
So she like flips her apart in the notebook and like gives it to Cam so she can show the really shitty illustrations.
I'm totally gonna perform this one, dang it. There we go.
So
Cam will tell the story all the way from when they met Sir Woodhart. It's going to be a long story. In Elspeth Village. She won't tell the pertinent details about particular individuals of their group, like, Elspeth's family or any of that. But she'll tell the part about Sir Woodhart and him dying and then going to Falkhaven and how we, the Crimson Hawks and how we fought in the mines and the Black Goo and all that, and then going to River Inn and then going on and following talking to the widow and then following Sir Woodhart and then the bandit camp and rescuing Helios and then going to help Helios with the tree, etc. The parts that pertain to the Sir Woodhart story arc.
all right. And this old man barely drinks his tea as Cam jumps up on a little raggedy chair and stool there and just starts talking like an Italian.
Wow. What?
Listen, you got Hispanic shade, he can have European shade.
I mean,
it's fine.
I feel like a performance check might be in order.
I rolled it. I rolled a 22.
Oh, did you roll it? Oh, okay, good.
It's
Because I
a
didn't even see
really
it.
good performance, okay? Now, if you expect, just like as Kega explained earlier, if you expect the intelligence level,
Yes.
don't expect the performance level to be the same.
I support you.
Thank you.
So Helios kind of stands in the corner sipping his tea, looking somewhat impatient at this, but the old man there is enraptured. He's barely drinking. He's kind of cradling his cup there.
Riveted.
He's watching.
Alex is also riveted. And she was there for all of it.
And then comes the grand finale, and Elspeth holds up her book.
With the baby.
Do you know this baby?
He kind of leans in, squints at it. That could be any.
It could,
Um.
but this baby was in front of a great tree, and there were people kneeling before him, and they were holding the baby up to the tree. It is maybe the Wild King, it is maybe human sacrifice, it is maybe just a baby. There are many possibilities.
Well, let me see that. And he kind of just snatches the book from you. He just kind of starts flicking the page like back and forth, looking closer. It's not the best rendition, but
No, it is not. I need to practice my skill.
I mean, the theme of birth and rebirth and the power that comes along with it is ancient.
Yeah, read the placenta. That's
God, why? Why would you say that? That's just so inappropriate.
fucking grew up on a farm.
So on the way here, Camel explained that
Say farm
we
behavior.
scattered some of the stone along the way here after we broke up that symbol and all that to make
You
sure he
kind
knows all
of
that.
you breadcrumbing it along
Yeah,
the way. So said.
Yeah.
Well, we can lead
Okay.
the villain back to the ritual chamber.
Yeah.
Well,
No, we're just gonna.
no, just
Hold
around
on
the
to
village. It wouldn't take that long before it'd beat her out.
Oh my god, child. What? Yeah, the old man, he studies this, and he kind of slams it shut and tosses it half-hearted back to Elspeth.
She catches it and looks super offended.
The Wild King. There are stories, myths, if you will, of those that try to command nature for their own purposes. A lot of them resemble something like what you said, perhaps. It's the Wild King, king of nature. And it's really a monarchistic nightmare if you think about it.
Does that sound bad?
I don't know who this specifically can refer to, but there has been an upheaval as of late, the last year or so, perhaps.
Upheaval?
Nature fights back, you understand. When something unnatural happens, nature wants to correct it. It's like something festering under the skin. It creates unbalance. So when somebody disturbs it, you can tell the ripples even far away. And what you've described here certainly fits into that. Perhaps not that's exactly what I've heard before, but it's not natural what we're doing.
Okay. She is going to flip to the ritual circle that she drew of the tree, and she's gonna lean it out towards him, but keep a really firm grip on the book. Have you ever seen magic like this before?
He leans in and kind of grabs the bottom of the book. He just kind of tugs a little on it.
She's holding firm.
Check.
Is this a contested strength check?
No. He's not trying to
Elspeth
tear
is
it out.
the
He just
old man
kind
with a book.
The old man wins.
I don't recognize this symbol in particular. That's not part of any magic or history that I tell per se.
Okay, she's gonna pull out their second and final vial of black goo and be like, "Okay, do you know what this is?"
He reaches for that too. Like, leans
She
in
lets him
and
take
kind of
that.
grabs the bottom,
And
takes it, kind of swirls it around, and it has this almost delayed effect as he moves. It's like this wave form that just kind of seems delayed acting a couple of seconds after he moves it around. Now this is interesting. When I said that something fester under the skin of nature, this almost seems to be like an abscess. Do you know what I mean?
I am familiar with this anatomical term, yes.
Oh, good.
Okay, next. She pulls
There
out
are-
of the ritual books.
Oh
No,
my
I'm sorry.
god.
I'm sorry. Did you have more? I am hanging on your every word.
There. Do you understand there is more to the world than what we can see?
Yes.
Correct?
This I know.
The world can bleed, and nature can bleed, and not just the things in it. And this almost seems like tainted blood, like somebody pierced nature itself and made it bleed. Do you mind if I keep this?
You still look at the party. I mean, it has not been helpful for us. I can't do anything with it. I don't care. But it is all of ours, so it is up to you.
I
What
think
is
we
it?
need to keep it. I mean, we need to take and show this to some others too.
Cam says no. You have to give it back to him.
But I mean, maybe we could put a little bit in just for you to
Yeah.
have a sample.
Right, can we split the sample? Because, I mean, I think it's a good idea for the elder here to, perhaps do some research in it. He is certainly more knowledgeable about the natural world.
Will you share with us any information you figure out about it, though?
He kind of looks to Helios for a second. Helios just nods. And, well, Helios seems to trust you, and that's good enough for me. From what you've told me in the story, it was fascinating. We have similar goals. I don't think either of us wants to see anything like
No,
this
and
linger or grow.
indeed not.
So the tree looked like it was healing and maybe it was going to come back from this, but we destroyed the circle and we burned that body. And I mean, but we don't, I mean, I don't know enough about this stuff, but I mean, Helios said that he thought the tree looked better too. So is there anything more you think we need to do there?
Iron oaks are resilient. They are almost the doctor of the natural world. I wouldn't worry too much about it bouncing back if the source of its pain is gone.
Interesting. I'm sorry, Cam. Please go.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Elspeth.
It is just that you say it is the doctor, so do you think that if someone is trying to do something and they are stopping the iron oak that would heal the world, then perhaps they're trying to stop the world from healing itself?
Perhaps.
Wow, that's really smart, El.
It happens sometimes. Okay, next question. She pulls out the ritual book from the mind place. Do you know any of these stuff?
Remind me what that is.
That's sort of like the undead king and like the bell ritual and
From the what did you
Where-
write? What?
Okay, so when we went to the place that had all of the supplies that Sir Woodhart might have been at, there were 2 books with the same ritual that the bell used, and there was the dude on the throne. It was the ritual that they made up to use the bell to theoretically bring somebody back to life.
Oh, I get you. I was in the wrong mind. He leans in, grabs the book by the bottom. He really squints this time and kind of leans in to see the text. That's wizard magic.
Oh, okay. Flip. She goes back to the mine where we saw like the old temple. Okay, last one. This one.
what did you put in the book there?
It's just religious imagery of like the statue that we saw and stuff. I don't think there's any magic stuff there.
That's I haven't seen that before.
Okay, thank you.
Is this relevant?
I have no idea. I'm really in the
Alex
back of my
is-
head.
Alex is going to lean down and ask Cam, "Do you want to show him your statue?" And see if Cam wants to do that. If not, I'm just going to kind of be like, "Do you want to show him the statue?"
So, Cam's gonna kind of look at Helios and be like, "So, I can trust you two, right?"
Don't know if I can make that determination for you.
Well, I mean, look, this could be my life if you say anything about this, okay? So,
Well, I can promise not to tell anybody.
thank you. So, I kind of had this statue and it cracked open and there was a box inside and we had this little thing and Cam will pull out the little ball just to show
Who you
Helios
showing?
and the Elder.
Alright.
Helios and the Elder.
The elder, take a step forward. Grab
I'm
your
gonna
hand.
hold on to that thing. Nope. You can't take this. She'll yank it back. Don't try to take it. You can look
What?
at it though.
Child, my eyesight is not what it's been.
She'll hold it up right up close to his nose where he can see it, but not. You can look.
He closes one eye and just kind of tilts his head and looks at it. And he looks past it to Cam. And
There's no reflections of people in it.
you people have the most fascinating things with you.
You people.
I don't know what this is. It's an eye into nature, perhaps?
But it doesn't show any people. It just shows the stuff around you. You never seen anything like it? Never heard anything like it? It's not magic.
But it has to be.
But it doesn't show up because Elspeth has looked at it and she said it doesn't show up.
Well, thus Elspeth familiar with all kinds of magic in the world?
I'm pretty good, but not all kinds of bad.
She's really smart.
I'm finding there is much I don't know lately.
I find it hard to believe that something like this is not magical, because defies.
Well, me too, but I don't know. Anyway, the people that used to have this thing are kind of hunting me, so you're really best off not to talk about it.
Oh, very well. I don't get many visitors.
Cam will put it back.
What is your name?
Oh, yeah.
What is my name?
It was Gwen something,
Oh.
I think.
Gwenrin.
Gwynrin.
Gwenrin Hastekeep.
Can you spell that?
Oh, I don't do letters.
Gwynwyn Hayskeep.
Gwenrin.
And what was the last name? Sorry.
Hastekeep.
Hayes Keep. Okay. Okay.
All right. Next question. Are you able to see?
I have a question first.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Did you all come here just to show me these fantastical things?
Well, Helios wanted us to tell you about what happened. He thought that maybe you should know.
Well,
And we were kind of hoping you might be able to help us figure some of this out.
things at work, of course. I don't know that I'm quite what Helios believes I am. If he thought I could simply solve this, but Helios stands in the corner, kind of rolls his eyes.
I mean, were we looking for, a solution as such, or maybe, just maybe even help with determining, or whether you think it's worth bringing up to any of your colleagues, or...
Well, are you interested in... What is your goal? Are you investigating this? Because...
Well, we are trying to kind of get to the bottom of it, yes, because it seems a little bit alarming.
I mean, I think we're kind of all caught up in this now. And I mean, from my personal thing, I kind of want to see where the story goes. Because, we've run across this obsidian guy twice now. And of course, now he's out of the picture. But now there's an even bigger bad out there. And I mean, it's kind of, this is big stuff. And it just seems like it's bigger than us. And we need help figuring out what it is and how to stop it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're looking for a way to stop it.
Right, precisely.
Well, yeah, we'd be kind of crazy not to.
Well, somebody's doing all this, and that's not the sanest thing in the world to do to start with.
Oh, no.
But if you are looking for more leads and goals and objectives, we might be able to help. Oh, shit.
What's wrong?
Dog's wet. I don't care.
Oh, yes, he's very wet, Claus.
Come on, dog. Spring it.
Ew. Oh, well.
Come on. Stay.
It's been raining outside.
Forgot about that. I can send some notes, and I can get some messages around, and I can gather my fellows around the area, and we can compare notes, and we can see if anybody else knows of anything that's going on around here.
And I mean, let me
course.
be honest, because we don't really know exactly who to trust here either, because we keep getting told, I mean, of course, now, considering the source that told us not to trust the order was...
What the hell is wrong with
mean-
you?
Lots of
Dog.
things.
Sprocket, no. Settle. He gets frisky because he's been outside and it was cold and it's wet.
Oh, he's about to sleep outside.
Oh, it's okay. Anyhow, so, I mean, admittedly, it was Obsidian that told us not to trust the order, so I'm not real sure that I definitely don't trust him, so, but, it just leaves you not real sure. And, I mean, Helios fought with us and has been with us, so I kind of got a little more trust for him, so...
So
we
you're...
hear it.
I don't know that we
You're
can
unsh-
really say he's fought with us.
He has fought with us. Khalid is a little bit dirty. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
He's mostly stood around and watched us fight. But
I have seen
who's
his
counting?
rock. It is the good magic. I understand him.
Elspeth trusts him, and so I trust him.
I guess the question is, if somebody you don't trust tells you not to trust somebody, do you trust them or do you not trust them?
Well, they're experts in us not trusting them, so they would know who we should or shouldn't trust.
I don't know, I got lost in there somewhere. I'm confused. But
I am not certain. I also got confused by that
This
exchange.
was actually.
I'm-
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
This was actually one of my questions. And she flips to her list. Do you have an opinion of the tower?
No.
Okay, well, never mind. Okay, next question. Can you see magic?
I see magic every day at every time.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, have you seen the Black River of Doom that is coming from some places?
He looks very confused.
You know how sometimes it is very light and pretty like it is with your rocks, and other places it is like a mucky mire of darkness and evil?
No, I wake up in the morning and I go outside and I see the magic all around me.
Never mind. Okay, I understand.
Birds, the trees, the grass,
She's gonna sit down and start ritual casting detect magic.
even you.
Elspeth is checked out. Please continue.
Well, when we went to the mines, she said that when we originally fought and we got that black goo, she said that it was like dark and like it was like a river of black instead of being light and the magic or whatever.
That's like I said, everywhere around you is magic.
Well, it was festering there, and obviously
Life itself is
this
magic,
is-
and the world is not just a thing we live on. It's living and breathing, and it has its own pulse and breath and life, and it can bleed just like you and me. It can get sick just like you and me.
So maybe we should try to find these black festery areas and put a stop to it.
I think that would do everybody a service if you could.
We have a mission, Elle.
She's
Life
casting ritual
needs
detect magic.
things to live.
Life needs things to live. I know he did not just say that.
did.
Oh my god. No. He Percy'd us in the middle of our campaign. How rude. That was funny.
Well, we gotta head back to River End to do some things, but I mean,
Well,
you've heard the story. Do we need to?
if you can wait a day or two, I will certainly send messages and gather my fellows, and we can compare notes, and you can tell them their story, which I would appreciate. Although, if Helios was there, if you're busy, you can tell his own.
Cam will totally give Helios just a big grin and be like, "You could never tell it as good as me."
Well,
I mean,
a little more to the point, perhaps.
But it wouldn't be as good.
Perhaps not.
We all have our strengths. So,
I'm not entirely opposed with staying a few more days. I don't think we're in any rush to get back.
no, I'd kind of like a few days to rest anyway. It's been kind of crazy.
Well, you're certainly welcome to stay. I don't have any comfortable lodgings. Like I said, I don't get many visitors, especially those that stay.
Ah, we're used to roughing it.
It's okay. I can make us a hut.
and Merkin, I'm not sure you are used to roughing it. You complain quite a lot about the inns that we've stayed in.
Because the inns were shit. Yeah, I'm not making you dinner. Forward to yourself.
If you
I
come
was
with
not
me,
complaining about your cooking. Did I complain about the cooking? I did not.
No,
Okay,
you
he's
complained
talking. Shush,
he
shush,
just
shush,
kind of
quit
walks out in the
arguing.
middle of that.
Cam
on his
totally
staff.
goes with him.
Elspeth still
you walk-
casting.
What?
Elspeth still casting ritual or detect magic.
Oh, that's right. You probably finished it by now.
Okay. Are the skeletons magical?
No.
Oh, okay. She runs outside to look at the rocks.
The rocks are very much the same as Helios, except they seem to be more. Where Helios had that thing, but it also seems to be connected. So they kind of pulse in unison, like in a circle, like a loading bar.
Okay.
An eternal
Okay.
loading bar?
She's gonna
Yes.
stand in the middle and
Supposed
just
to
turn
prison.
just like mesmerized by this.
Gwendryn kind of I can't remember the name. Limps was the word I'm looking for. His way out over to the edge of the forest, And he kind of leans on his staff, and he just kind of waves his hand. And the nearest trees just seems to tilt inwards a little and lowers their branches, and this grass comes up from the ground, weaving around the trunks up, and forms like a rather large canopy over it. And this probably a 15 by 15 foot area.
This is cool.
So it's like a nice shaded area.
Yeah, it's a pretty good ceiling on it. Rain cover should it rain.
Wow.
This is fortunately the best I can offer you, but
This is cool. Thank you.
That is quite impressive, Elda. Thank you.
Can I ask you something?
yes, I think
How old are you?
years really don't matter after a certain point.
I'm just curious.
I mean, once he's like level 17 or whatever, it doesn't matter, right?
It's all right to be curious, and I'm not avoiding your question, but you live out on your own enough with much company that keeps track of time, you lose your own sense of time. I
Makes
quite
sense.
frankly don't know.
Well, if you want to hear more stories while we're here, I'll tell you more stories.
That would be fantastic.
Okay, I have a question now. Why do you have skeletons in your house?
Oh, those were my friends.
Oh, that is understandable.
I don't.
I miss them. Now they're always with me.
That's not creepy at all.
I think we've just found the male version of Elspeth.
I have another question. When you look at things, do they look kind of dead to you?
He's kind of stares at her. I see life in everything. Do you see death?
I do.
Yeah. He looks at Helios again, like.
It is kind of a new acquisition. It was an accident. There was a ritual. I tried to stop it to save my friends. Have you ever seen a guy in a throne of bodies with like this gigantic armor on?
No.
Okay, well, I mean, we are not friends or anything. Don't take it like that. But anyway, I kind of told him to go away, and now I see dead things. But that's all. I don't know what more to tell you. I don't understand.
I know it sounds
That
kind of
seems
creepy,
quite
but
horrible.
it's really not. She's not as creepy as it sounds.
I'm kind of
It's
creepy.
just, well, it's just,
You are not creepy, Elspeth.
no.
Merkin says I am.
Ordinarily creepy.
She's got a really good
You
heart.
cannot
but
listen to Merkin.
Yeah,
We have
he's
known
stuck.
you longer.
Well,
He's right.
I've known Merkin all my life. All my life. I don't listen to it. It's okay.
For me, I see it as sort of like a battle scar. You know, it is this new thing that I have, but it is because, you know, my friends are safe, and it does not bother me so much. It's kind of entertaining. I get to see all the internal workings of all the animals, and that I find very fascinating. But
Sounds horrible.
it may also be relevant to everything that's going on. I'm not sure. Perhaps I should have mentioned that as well.
I'll tell you the story about the bell and what happened there too.
Yes, but you should know that my primary objective is to keep things that are alive as long as possible. So our roads are aligned in that way.
That's an interesting way to phrase that. He kind of pats Cam on the shoulder. You take good care of her.
I try. I really try.
He takes very good care of all of us, though, really.
That's good.
That's why Cam is our leader.
I don't know about that, but I try to take care of them.
Obviously, Cam is the leader. It's obvious.
Elspeth goes back to watching the Stones Bolts.
Gwendolyn kind of starts limping back towards the cabin. I will send out messages, and I will call the meeting, and hopefully it won't take too long and put you out for too long. I would offer you dinner, but I was not expecting company.
That's okay. We'll go. We can eat rations or whatever, but we can also go hunting and find something, and we can cook dinner. Murky's a pretty good cook.
But you might need to find something for Alex. That's...
Okay. All right.
Alex is going to give Merkin a withering look.
All right. It is pretty late. I mean, sun is setting. We could certainly make camp or whatever if you want to, or... Gwendolyn comes in and he goes in for a little bit and comes back out, and he's kind of stands in the middle and just holds up his hand for a while. And about a minute later, a raven comes and lands on his palm, and he just leans in and whispers to it. It flies off. He repeats it 4 or 5 more times.
Elspeth watches him very closely.
I was going to say Elspeth's going to be glued to this.
Yeah.
Khalid, I have a very irresponsible idea.
Okay.
These stones here, they pulse in a very beautiful way, and I know that no one should put that thing on their face, but it is very nice to see.
I'm not putting it on my face.
It's just a suggestion.
All right.
I mean, at least Stump knows how to remove it now, so, you could put it on.
I don't think you should put it on your face, Khalid. I think you're smart.
I don't plan on putting it on, just because I have the power of observation.
Then we could try to pry it off your face for a while. That would be...
What
I
she
feel
is
like
saying is she would like to do that with you again.
No.
I'm not sure I understand the suggestive tone you're using, Elspeth.
The sex.
She thinks you were snogging on Alex, so, it's all okay.
Not so much snugging as
Well, okay, it was a nice way of putting it, but,
the blanket bagpipe.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
Bagpipe bladders used to be made of, animal stomachs, and now I'm picturing Elspeth with an undead set of bagpipes.
Broke down.
well, that's the end of the fucking campaign.
I love you so much.
Clip that, and then clip Tab's reaction to it. Can that please happen?
Oh, me.
I'm not sure I know what a bagpipe is, but I was merely trying to help a friend.
We know.
Oh, you were helping.
I will just leave it at that.
Elsa's like, we know.
Felix just grinning silently at this, yes, more.
I understand. It is weird when you are noble. We will not tell anyone. That is all.
In any case, I had no intention of wearing this, so any questions of whether there will be bagpiping, whatever it is that is.
We're turning that into a verb now, huh?
That is not going to be a thing.
Oh.
Well, so we have the next several days.
Yeah, Helios kind of tucks his horse away, and he puts his pack down as a pillow. He just kind of lays down under this canopy that was made, resting his head back on it.
Oh, I was gonna go over to Helios. Okay, I have a question.
Yes,
Did he train you? Is he like your Baba?
Baba.
Don't worry about that. Did he train you? Is he like your teacher person?
He was not my primary teacher, but he has certainly taught me things.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Julius.
Do you know how old he is?
He was an elder when I first got to know him, and that was 20 years ago. He hasn't really changed since. I think he found his aesthetic. Alright, so are we doing anything else? Are we tucking in for the night?
Again?
I mean, we just have
you
several
traveled all
days.
day.
We hang out.
I mean,
Can we fast? We already.
We cannot. We cannot fast forward. We have important things to deal with.
yes, it's a one-to-one time, always.
Yes.
Just like in
I thought we were
I
spending
made-
several days here.
Is anybody wanting to do anything?
In the middle of the wilderness?
Elsa
No.
wants to read to Khalid.
Khalid is going to spend time, like, re-oiling his plate mail because it's probably really dirty from the travel
Alright.
and whatnot.
One moment.
Cam will spend some time, of course, telling the elder stories and then probably hunting a little and just, helping Murky cook and
Stump is going to whittle a bunch of sticks into lockpick type tools
Oh.
Aww.
and offer them to Alex when he's done.
Aww. That is the sweetest thing. Alex is going to hug Stump. Thank you very much, Stump. I appreciate these quite a bit. I don't know how well they will work, but I will keep them forever.
Alright. Are we keeping a watch schedule? Are we doing a hut? Are we doing anything? Are we just kind of chilling?
I
We're
mean, I
safe
can do the hut at night.
Yeah, we're super
But-
safe here.
Yeah, I feel like. I mean,
Khalid will
Alex will
probably-
go out
sorry.
with Cam when she does hunting and stuff, and
Yeah, Khalid will likely join Cam. Just
So you're going hunting before bedtime? Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
I mean, we're doing several days here. We're telling you what we're doing.
We are not
over
doing several days. If you just say what you're doing, oh my
Well,
god!
for tonight, I figured we'd just do rations and stuff because it's late, so I don't know that we can hunt.
Yeah.
So
I make some delicious rations. I even give some to Alex because I'm not an asshole.
so we'll use some of our supplies and cook whatever we can out of our supplies for tonight.
Okay.
Then maybe go hunting tomorrow.
All right. So everybody starts settling in for the night. Stump and Marking, can you do dex checks, please?
Checks. Oh, okay. That didn't go great.
Didn't go great either.
I didn't even see them.
Marking,
Yeah.
roll me a
Why didn't
sleight
it
of hand
show-
with advantage.
yeah, I didn't get anything.
Why didn't it show up?
Did for me?
No, we'll never know.
Didn't for me.
We did that tab
Yeah.
in Teams in Discord.
That's weird.
Okay.
Or actually, I did it in here. If you scroll up.
Okay. In the future reference, roll when I tell you to roll.
Oh, okay.
Khalid, can you roll me a perception check?
Sorry, reloading.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll reload too, because, like I say, it's not showing
Just
up.
a straight check.
Perception check, yeah. Stump, roll me a sleight of hand check. Just straight.
We both. Felix is my hero.
Did he
That
roll?
is dirty. I see what's going on now.
I love this screen so much.
As Khalid snores, Stump, as you go over there, you don't find what you're looking for.
Slow, big guy.
He's going to panic very, very quietly. Does anyone else look like they've moved in the night?
I mean, other than when you all got ready, like, people, like, lingered around to get to sleep and all. Other than that, I mean, they seem to be where they were.
He's going to shake Khalid awake.
Khalid is going to sit up immediately and put a hand on his wave. What's wrong?
Well, I guess I'll start with a confession. I tried to steal the mask from you.
What?
It's gone.
So Khalid, who previously was scanning the wood line to see what was happening, just kind of pauses and turns to Sarah Stump. What?
The mask is not in your bag.
What? That's insane. Who here? No one. The only people that know about it are us and. Oh, maybe the druid's taking it.
This is kind of shifty.
So Khalid's gonna confirm that the item is no longer in his pouch. Or
It is
pack.
no longer in this pouch.
And he is going to stand up and look for wherever the hell the druid is.
Last you saw him, he was in his hut.
No, the other guy.
Helios.
Helios sleeping in the. He's like tucked his pack underneath his head, just laying on his
Yeah,
back.
super suspicious like.
Stump is going to go with Khalid wherever he goes.
So Khalid is gonna walk over and thump Helios in the ribs with a kick.
Seems
Jeez.
that's
Oh, he doesn't strike me as a thief.
Helios kind of rolls over as you do that, away from you, and he just kind of comes up like a half crouch with his hand on his sword, like, what?
Where is it? Sorry, I can't keep a straight face. This is.
Where's what? What are you
Mask.
doing?
Where'd
Do
you
we
put-
hear any of this, or are we snoring through
Khalid
it?
is not being
Ah.
quiet about it.
All right. Then yeah, you're probably all awake.
What the hell's
is
going on?
Khalid, you're too loud.
The mask is
Except-
missing.
Except
We are
Merkin.
trying to
Merkin's still
sleep.
sleeping or laying around.
The mask is missing.
what has happened to the mask?
I'm trying to find
What
that
are you-
out.
I tried to steal it from Khalid and it was already gone.
Why were you trying to steal it, Stump?
I just
Stop.
wanted to look at it.
I mean, certainly
Then why
we could
didn't
deal with
you
that
ask?
later.
Focus,
Why
the mask
didn't
is gone.
Cam is going to walk over to Merkin and roll him the hell over and look at him. Is he wearing the freaking eyepiece?
Merkin, by all accounts, he's just laying there, kind of curled up, sleeping with his the mask just laying, like his palm on the mask over his eye.
Cam is going to totally kick Merkin hard.
Oh,
You
Meanwhile,
About to be
asshole.
very interesting because Merkin will cast Levitate on himself, and I believe if you want me to, Tab, I can roll from the Wild Magic chart.
Yes, please.
Oh God.
Okay, so I think there's a place where I can do this, right?
wait, you roll directly on the chart on the table. You don't roll the 20.
No, he used his thing, so I could pick.
I gave myself advantage when I stole the mask, and it's a good thing because I rolled a 1 the first time.
For the record, my sleight of hand check was really good too.
For the record,
yeah, there's a
my
table,
perception
rollable
check was
tables.
shitty.
Looking for
There's a
it.
wild magic search thing there.
Actor. Rollable tables, yay! Okay, this is gonna suck. Sorry, Cam. What do I do?
Just open it and hit roll at the bottom there.
No fucking way.
So, just to clarify, Cam and Elspeth and Alex are all still in the hut, which is however
This
many feet
This is
wide.
where we're sleeping.
This is how we
No,
die.
Yeah, but
you
you.
went-
No, Cam went to wake him up. Cam's standing right there.
We're all
What's a
in the
fireball?
hut. You
8d6.
and Stump are outside.
So I will use careful spell because I cast fireball and I'm able to use meta magic on it. So Cat has Cam has advantage on the save.
Stump, Helios, Khalid, Alex. Where's Elspeth?
Well, okay, so here's my question. Did we sleep in the hut? Because if we slept in the hut and Helios slept off.
No, we all slept outside.
No, slept outside in the little canopy we made.
Oh,
Unless you
okay.
went.
Oh,
Unless
I mean,
Elspeth went somewhere
I
else.
said I was going to do the hut,
Yeah,
but
I
I
thought-
didn't cast it because I didn't.
I thought
Yeah, I mean, I
Cam-
didn't realize.
I thought Cam cast the hut.
This is literally how
Okay.
the party wipes, and it's kind of a strange.
No, I mean, the question is whether Merkin was sleeping in the hut or not. Because
Yeah.
yes, I made the hut.
Because Elspeth
That-
100%
I said I was
overslept
going to.
near Mama Cam. So.
Yeah. So
I-
if the
I
hut,
just-
we're probably all in the hut.
Well, but
Oh,
Helios isn't
my
in the
God.
hut. So
Helios
you guys
was
were
not.
Helios
go
definitely
to
was
it.
not in
Y'all
the
had
hut.
gone out.
You and Stump are outside.
Yeah. So you all
Okay.
are gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Cam has advantage, and I just might die.
Which
Like
is-
I might disintegrate. So
Which is good because at least
Yeah,
Elspeth will
so
die before
Alex
knowing
was
that
in the
Stump
hut
will
with
die.
Cam and Elspeth. Yeah.
just
Okay.
Yeah.
it's only
Cam went
27.
out and heard what
Yes.
Helios said, and then went back in the hut. The question is, did you guys?
Oh my
actually get out of
God! A dexterity saving throw, right?
Note:
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you leave, if you cast the hut and leave the hut is gone.
the- Oh, well then the hut's gone.
Oh, I
Sorry.
thought you were in there with Merkin. Is Merkin not in the hut?
But well, the
No,
hut.
if whoever
everything
casts
that
the hut
leaves
leaves the hut goes away.
Right. So she just went over to where he was sleeping.
Oh, so Merkin was not sleeping in the hut.
So I take 27 points of damage.
Well, once Cam left the hut, even if she went back to Merkin, he was still asleep. The hut leaving didn't make him not asleep.
I mean, I didn't say whether I stepped out of the hut or not. I mean,
I mean-
Cam definitely poked his head out to hear
The real
what they were
question is-
yelling about, but
Everybody roll a dex save.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Yeah.
hut doesn't stop the fireball.
Well, no. Oh, okay, I guess that's fair. I see what you mean now.
He's either inside the hut and it doesn't stop coming things from inside going out, or Cam was outside and then there's no hut anyway.
I nailed the concentration.
I failed the dex save.
You have fireballed me one too many times, Merkin.
All right, Alex,
What's
you
your
take
DC?
27 points of damage. Merkin takes 27 points of damage. Elspeth, you take what was that? 26, 13 points of damage.
13.
Cam, 13 points of damage.
I'm levitating, and I made the concentration save, so I am.
Let's see, what's the D10? What's this D10 year old?
Not a constitution save.
what
You said roll a
D10?
Merkin Wild had to roll a D10 at some point. I don't know. What
Yeah, I
that
think it's clicked randomly.
is. Okay. What's your DC? Does Khalid save?
15.
Then Khalid, I can't remember. Does that save? I don't think it saves.
If the
15
DC
saves.
is 15,
Yeah.
15 saves.
Okay, you take 13 points of fire damage, reduced by half, so you take 6, and Stump takes 27.
Oh. Bloody
So
hell,
Stump is
Merkin.
like-
So 13.
Soot all over his face.
As Merkin explodes as and then kind of slowly
Bloody-
floats away.
Elspeth, looking super pissed, is gonna try to cast Crown of Madness on Merkin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I give myself advantage on the save throw.
Bring
Alright.
your bloody halfling ass down
Oh,
here
I have
so
to have a
I
token.
can beat you.
You have a token on your snap.
Where? No, I don't
To
think
click
I
on?
do. Let me try.
I'm gonna cast something, but I'm just trying to read real quick because I'm trying to remember for me.
Cam and Merkin are halflings, right?
I'm trying
Yeah.
to find the.
I
I'm
couldn't
trying to
remember if they're
find
halflings
the
or gnomes.
advantage. There
Yeah, we
go.
are.
I'm good.
Oh, bloody hell, Merkin.
Ham is going to
Sure.
cast hypnotic pattern at Merkin.
What's the range on it?
Oh, that
Far
sounded
enough.
like
You're only like
twice.
20 feet in the air.
120 feet.
Okay. Is that also a wisdom saving throw?
Is that correct?
Yeah, just a sec. It's a wisdom. Place measured template. Well,
That's
I
because of
can't.
me.
I don't know how to get out of that out there.
Yeah, no, right.
So, yeah, it's a.
I did not save that.
Let's see. What does hypnotic pattern do?
Well, I'm just going to be floating.
It's
20.
a wisdom saving throw.
You're incapacitated, which means you lose concentration.
And has a speed of 0.
So, Merkin floats up.
How many feet?
I don't know. He floats 20 feet up in the air.
He takes a d6 for every 10 feet he falls.
Yeah, I know
When
that.
the
We'll
spell
get there.
breaks, you float.
Yeah, but you lose concentration on it.
Yeah, but when the spell ends for levitate, you float to the ground.
Ah, nice. I don't know what Chronomatic really does, but Elspeth immediately pulls out and starts pointing at the floating target. And then Cam does the same, and this bright sparkling lights light up the night sky, and then Merkin slowly comes floating down, landing in front of Cam, laying on the ground. He's kind of laying there.
Cam is going to go over, and first thing Cam is going to do is start tying Merkin the hell up, where he cannot use his things. She's going to gag him so he cannot talk. She is not going to let him get a freaking spell off with any verbal or somatic or.
Do you want me to curse him? Because I can curse him. That is something I can do.
No, but Stomp, could you please get this thing off of his eye?
Jump. I'm so
Oh,
mad that you also wanted to steal the crown because I was going to pull the best hype.
Crown.
I mean the
Crown.
the mask is not attuned, so he just kind of hangs limply in his hand when he's.
Well,
falls
I'm
down.
going to take the mask away from him. And I'm going to take the mask and I'm going to shove it down.
I mean,
You're going to go in your sister's freaking. Yeah.
I forgot actually to do this. Let's see. All right. Helios survived for the record.
Oh,
Thank goodness.
that's
Healing
unfortunate.
Helios like, what
That's gonna-
is going on?
that is what I would like to know.
My brother. You know how I told you in the story that he was. It got in his head. And he blew up at the thing and his eyes went black? Yeah. I think my brother has an issue and we're going to have to get him some help.
You issue.
You can't talk.
You can mumble real
Put
hard.
more
bro.
socks in.
Can you. Oh, we need to start healing everybody.
So Khalid is just going to turn and walk away from the druid and not offer an apology at all.
How did we find? What happened? I am still confused.
Gwendolyn kind of sticks his head out the counter. You sleeping okay?
Eh.
Just
My brother's
fine.
not doing so good. We're
Fine.
fine. You can go back to bed. I'm sorry to wake you.
All the things on the
Okay.
table, I'm impressed that I've rolled that twice.
What happened?
Merkin tried to steal he did steal the eyepiece.
Jump.
But why were we yelling at Helios?
Ding.
Wait,
Because he doesn't trust Julius because he's dumb.
You're gagged.
let's focus on the situation at hand.
Everyone remain calm. I think that Merkin might have a valid point that maybe we can listen to after we're done having a deeper conversation.
So the real. You gone, Felix?
That mask, I think, is very useful. I don't know why we're scared of it, just because it sticks to the face. It's a mask.
Because
It's supposed to be
it's
worn on the face.
cursed and was worn by this dude who tried to kill us.
Dude wears pants. Are you afraid of
You're gagged.
I will start gagging him even more.
I will say these. Most of the magic I do, people would say is cursed. I am not afraid of the mask, but I do understand that it puts Khalid in an awkward situation. That is what I was most concerned
Khalid
about.
is an awkward situation.
I will
Until
not
we
hear
know
from
the
the
nature
traitor.
of the magic and whether it's evil or not, I'm gonna turn my brother into something terrible
Yes, I
or
understand.
my best friend. I don't want you guys to wear it.
Murkin is
Please.
certainly more susceptible to the
She was
influences.
definitely more concerned about you two wearing it than she was concerned about me wearing it.
Well, no,
I
did say that it could, but when you put it on, I did not realize that it would not be able to be removed. That was new information.
Generally, when you kill someone who's been trying to kill you for a while and is involved in heavy dark magics, I don't necessarily want to jump to using their things.
And the first thing you turn around and you do is you try to steal it from your friend.
I didn't try. It was
And Khalid's gonna look directly at Stump.
That does make me rather sad. I thought we were safe here.
I mean, I thought we could trust each other.
I would like to point out that I did not try to steal it.
Well, that's not
Say.
entirely relevant to the discussion right now, but
No, I do think this is a new high for her and the mortal compass. You know, it shows that we are good friends.
Yeah, our freaking thief didn't
I'm
try to
just
steal it.
pointing out.
I think
didn't
she
try
has a
to
good
steal it.
point. You know, this
While you're
kind of-
arguing, Helios is standing, sulking, casting cure wounds on himself over and over.
she's like, I fucking hate this group.
Cam, still smoking from her brother trying to blow her up, is going to walk
try
over
to
and
blow anyone up.
cast healing on
Ow, ow,
Helios as well.
ow, ow, ow. That knocked me half out. That took half my
I mean, I have
hit
9 hit points left, but
literally
Uh,
half.
Why does it say I have to target a token before I can cast?
Yeah,
That's
No,
the-
it needs the stuff needs a target.
just
I think,
double
for the roll
right click
thing.
on yourself.
We have new rolls. New add-ons!
Well, it wouldn't let me cast Healing Word. It used the spell, but it wouldn't let me roll to cast it, so I don't even know how it...
If you double right click on yourself, it'll target you.
Well, I was trying to cast it on Helios, and he's not on here, so...
Yeah, but it doesn't really apply automatically anyway. Did you actually use up a spell slot?
It did, but I put it back because
Alright.
I'm gonna
I
lay
didn't
on
get to
hands
roll
myself.
for it or anything.
Here comes Helios.
so just to be clear, I had no intention of putting the mask on myself.
What does that mean?
100% gonna put it on.
How do I don't... Oh, right. Alright, clip it. There. So now I can cast Healing Word on him.
Yes.
Okay.
And
then Alex
I'm
needs it.
flabbergasted.
You and me both.
I am disappointed.
I mean, it was well done. I'm not going to lie. None of us expected. So what did I get? 5 points back?
Yeah.
Are we doing a long rest right now?
Well, you
I mean-
were.
Stump can heal everybody before we go back to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, Stump can't
Okay.
spam some prayers of healing, I assume.
Well, then I'll stop healing, but yeah,
That's
need
good.
some healing.
I think I'm just still confused because American has the mask, but we are yelling at Helios. But Stump says he is not going to put the mask on.
Why? We're not yelling at Helios.
No,
You
but
were yelling at Helios.
Khalid and Stump were yelling at Helios. This is
That's
what
because
Merton
Khalid's got something stuck up his
Oh,
craw
but
about
why?
Helios, and I don't know
But if
why.
Merton put the mask, why were you yelling at Helios?
Actually, what happened was I was told that I was missing a mask, and the only person I can imagine who would do that would be someone who is not part of our group.
well,
Which is
obviously,
Helios.
Oh, but I
you
mean,
should have really started. I mean, Khalid, take a look around, think about who you're traveling with, and then who would be most likely to take an item.
I will never steal from any of you. I will just ask you for
And
it.
I didn't expect anyone here to
Exactly.
steal it from me. And if I thought any of you would, I wouldn't be traveling with you. So if any of us here now have that belief of each other, well,
Yes, but
ignoring
I mean,
current
listen to me.
events.
Listen to.
Obviously,
Let me talk
some
a
of
minute,
us-
please.
Okay, Jen.
Merkin was things happened to him in that mine, and obsidian got in his head, and then down in that tree, his eyes went black. He blew us up. Something is wrong with my brother. I knew immediately when I saw it was missing or heard it was missing. I knew who took it.
Don't try to take it, dude.
Something is wrong with my brother.
My God, can you imagine the scene if Stump had been the
Stump stole it and he goes over and kicks Merkin.
And Cam will just look over at Stump and be like, I don't know why the heck you thought you had to try to take it and why you were trying to steal it from Khalid. But
Elspeth looks real sad at that.
we have to trust each other.
I agree.
If we're going to use stuff, if we're going to do stuff like this, it needs to be because we all want to, because we all agree. And if we can't, and we can't trust each other, I'm sorry, I'm done.
For the record, I would never steal from anybody in the party either.
Did you
already
just
has-
say that
Alex is just patting herself on the back.
I just would like to. I mean, I'm just delighted to
1d4
point out that
damage roll for
I am not the one who broke the trust.
In
look
all-
at this
in all-
good job I did at being a decent human being?
In all honesty, Alex, I am very proud of you. You would have been, I mean,
Thank
no
you.
offense, you would have been my first guest just because you're very good at that, you know, but I am impressed.
I mean, fair.
This casts
I
you in
am-
a new light for me.
I mean, I just tend to. My targets tend to deserve what they get.
So I
Typically.
do understand that perhaps a decision was made about the mask, and apparently not everyone in the party agreed with this decision. I do think that it is worth discussing because everyone contributed. I wish we could have done this openly. You know, I don't know. I was just trying to look out for Khalid since he was going to have to explain what happened to his order.
I don't want my brother to have it.
No, I agree
Not
with
until we
that.
know it's okay. And not until we know he's okay.
So, what do you suggest that we do with Merkin in order to keep him,
I got
keep
some
him from
ideas.
stealing Helios? I am definitely sorry that you've been pulled into our little family drama, if you will. But
It's not family drama. He's sick.
I agree, but I mean, it really doesn't have anything to do with Helios, and he's just been
Oh, I'm
pulled
glad
into
you're
it.
okay, Helios.
Yeah, I'm sorry we're pulled into it, but I mean, how are we going to keep watch on him? It's quite a ways to get to River Inn to where there's anybody who may be of use in determining what is going on.
We could take
And who
his-
do we even talk to?
We could take his component pouch.
You're welcome to try.
She doesn't know that. She knows what kind of magic.
Okay,
I think that we need to get him back and get him some help.
okay. Yes. So do you not want to wait for the elders then?
I think we can talk to this elder and see if he has any ideas about what could be wrong and how we get my brother help. Maybe their elders can help him.
I mean, it is possible. I don't know what kind of Helios. Do the other elders who are coming to are there any of them skilled at you know, or knowledgeable about things like this that you're aware of?
Helios is over there just brushing soot off his pack. And this scorched backpack he has. Lays back down with a huff.
Cam will go over
skilled
and
in what?
prestidigitate his backpack and try to make it.
No, or
Does he
knowledgeable
appreciate it?
about. I mean,
Healing?
you know, well, I don't know if it's healing that is necessary. I mean, he was almost taken over in that temple that we sort of told you about, and then recently at the tree you saw what happened, perhaps. There seems to be a link.
There's a lot of things that happen in the temple.
It seems to me that there's a link between Merkin and whatever evil thing is happening in the world. I mean, if they were knowledgeable about how to sever those links or without hurting Merkin, I mean, we would prefer not to.
There is an important part here in that I'm not sure he wants the link to be severed.
Well, that is a problem that...
Oh, I'm sorry.
That is an entirely other problem that Cam will have to have final say on.
Elspeth wants to go over and start rummaging and trying to find his necklace from the tower.
Merkins?
Yes.
You mean the necklace I'm wearing?
Yep. Like the tower
It's on
collar
his neck,
thing.
he's saying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
then
mean, he has it around his neck.
And
He
then
can't do much about it.
she wants to ritual cast identify on it.
10 minutes?
Yep.
How
use a
long
spell
does
slot, girl.
color spray last?
Hypnotic
A
pattern.
minute, I think. That's
1
gone
minute.
by now. But,
Okay. So I would like to roll a dex check to start getting out of the ropes.
Cam will
Yeah,
sit there
free.
and start tying the ropes off as he tries to get them loose. I'll roll whatever you need me
I think that's called
to.
a grapple.
I'll help Cam with the knots.
Contested roll.
So
She can have advantage.
DM call to I don't know if her holding onto his necklace complicates it, if it would be easier if she just was holding it not on his neck. I don't know. That's whatever.
I mean, Cam's pretty much just sitting on Merkin after tying
Yeah.
up, I assume. So, and he's tied up as he wakes up from the pattern, which then by now he's just kind of shifting around, wiggling, doing the worm.
Get still, or I will knock you the hell out.
But it doesn't seem to be making much progress. So yeah, you can certainly get the necklace from him.
Okay.
I don't know if it'd be a best idea to hold on to it. You probably want to take it off.
Okay, she'll take it from him
Shifting around.
and start
But
casting identify.
All right.
Stealing from
Glad he
Merkin
didn't
now?
Prepare anything because I have this shit covered apparently.
Should
He's
have
my
done a little
brother.
earlier.
It's not stealing. I do the same for you, Stump.
Don't believe in personal property now.
I'm not gonna let you go crazy either.
Not so communist tonight.
I'm not so sure that Merkin's desire for the mask is because of a magical compulsion.
Do you mean compulsion?
That's what I said.
Thank you. That's what I thought. I wanted to make sure I understood correctly.
Helios, as we were having a conversation earlier, I just remembered. Says the elders can heal unnatural things. I don't know if that's what's wrong with him, or
I don't know, but if it is, I need
they
to
can't
know.
fix stupid.
If this is just stupid, I need to know that too. And And Cam's totally gonna look at Merkin and be like, look, I don't want to have to kill you someday because you're being an asshole and an idiot. I want to be able to untie you, and I want to be able to take this off. But you are not going to wear this evil thing until we know it's not evil. And until we know it's not, it is.
Who's going to tell us if it's evil or not?
I'll find somebody. If it's the last thing I do.
I'm fairly certain that the only thing we're doing is setting ourselves up to have that mask and over to somebody who doesn't care one way or the other if it's evil.
I didn't say we were going to give it away. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but that doesn't mean he's got to wear it.
And I don't believe if we bring it to the tower or the church or anywhere else that it will remain in our possession beyond that.
Then let's have these elders look at it and maybe they can figure something out about it.
Technical question. I know Elspeth can't talk, but could she listen?
Yeah.
Okay, just kidding.
I mean,
Continue,
yes.
please.
You're standing there, you know, under your shield, hearthstoning.
Bubble hearth.
Yeah.
Making mental notes.
All right. 10 minutes passes. I don't know.
Okay. She is just
I mean, I'm
trying
going anywhere.
to get a feel of like maybe his headspace when he did this stuff, or like, you know, yeah, she got a pretty good vibe on him before when she did this, so she's trying to kind of see what's up with Merkin right now.
So do I just message her what was going through my head?
Uh,
I mean, I don't even know if it'll
I mean,
work.
you're not getting like thoughts from the
Right.
identify.
Right. The more like
You're getting the very anatomical picture of Merkin,
Oh, okay.
like even the, you know,
Nuts and bolt. Yeah.
yeah, not like nudity, but that too, but let's see, you did this before, didn't you, with Merkin?
So more like
Yeah.
a baseline fingerprint. Like
she did
eye
it before, and
level.
I remember there was like I thought that there was a motion to there may not have been. I know that she could like smell from the
Yeah.
fire blast and stuff.
You got a lot of like imprints, basically, that you get essence. Pretty much what you're getting. I'm the same, you know,
You're
in
everybody.
view of Merkin.
Breaking up.
Oh, great.
I'm so sorry.
Let's wait. Testing.
The funny thing is I don't always hear it. I think because he was talking, and then I realized it was starting to do that distorted thing, and I don't know if y'all can even hear me.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you telling him to stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but you get like the essence, the Merkin there, but
But not like
you
feelings.
can tell. It's very small.
Are
It's
we talking about the nut and bolts?
yes, nuts and bolts, and
Hey,
he's a halfling. He's half a man.
I fireballed myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Things are scared.
There's this little tiny nugget, like in the corner, that gets kind of itching in your senses of this darkness that wasn't there last time you cast it.
Okay, so she's gonna like visibly like she lets go of it. Okay, so a few things. I have a lot to catch up on. Oh, I guess I will start with Merkin. First, Ken, you are not wrong. There is something wrong with him somewhere. So there is like I don't know what it is. It's something different from when I did this before. Two. So this is just my opinion, and I know that certain members of the party, she like hikes up on the cliff, may disagree, but I don't think that magic is either good or evil. I think it is just a tool, and the person whose hands it is in, they are the ones that are able to determine if it is used for good and evil. That said, I don't think Merkin is on the right side of things right now. So I do not think Merkin should have the mask. But this is why I was not so concerned when, Alex put it on or anything. Because, Alex is improving. She did not steal the mask, She is doing much better, I think. But
Just gotta lower the bar.
Please note, Alex has not stolen a single thing from the party at any point in
That was
time.
noticed.
Alex
No,
is
we're-
moving on up that ladder.
Remember the time she didn't give us
Yeah,
our gold?
remember all the time she looted all the gold and hid it? Yeah, I remember that.
No, she
No,
didn't.
you
She
don't.
gave it to Khalid.
No,
I
watched.
but nobody knows that. But
You definitely
Khalid,
looted. You definitely looted some gold and gave it away to a church.
that was my own stuff, though.
So,
That
After you
you
looted,
took.
yes.
After you looted it and didn't share it with the party. It doesn't matter that
Any
you gave it
gold
away
that I
right off. You still stole it from the rest. You stole our shares.
But
no, I didn't steal any money from the
you
party.
did get some stuff from a chest that you didn't share with the party. However, none of the party
No,
noticed.
I didn't. They foiled me. Remember? They caught me
Did they?
doing it.
Oh well, that's not better. That was actually on your side, but now you proved it.
so
Anyway.
At least didn't get caught.
And the money that Alex got that time, she gave it to Khalid. Of course, only Khalid and Alex know that. So
here is my take on the situation. I think that the tower is very judgmental. I think that the church likely is too, they will perhaps see it as evil, I don't know. They may try to take it from us. I think that this is fair. I do worry about Khalid and showing up. I guess he could just not mention the mask. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep him out of that situation. Is it cursed? Is it going to do a bad thing? Maybe. I cannot promise this. I think someone else may know more. It was used by someone who was channeling this energy that apparently Merkin is very susceptible to. That does worry me. I don't know. There are many things that I don't know. I can see where Stump is coming from. In general, I don't view magic to be good or evil. It is like a sword, But Merkin, respectfully, has very sloppy sword work, but is very overexcited to use it. So I don't think we should give it our best blade.
I don't necessarily think we should give this thing to the church or the order or the tower or any of them. I honestly don't. However, I don't want my brother to use it. I'm sorry. I until I know his head is straight, I just can't. I don't. I'm not a goody two shoes. I don't run around trying to fix the world and make everything right and good and happy and whatever. But on the other hand, damn it, Stomp. I trusted you.
Now we're yelling at Stump.
Stump?
This is fantastic.
In the interest of transparency, I think it may be important to note that I don't think we should give them the bell either.
No. Not real sure who to trust, but I thought I could trust all of y'all. I thought I could trust my freaking brother. She's gonna bounce.
did you kick him again?
Elspeth
We
is
saw
going,
that.
No, she's sitting on him and bouncing.
Elspeth is going to
Hold
go
on.
over and air hug Cam.
Stump is going to take Merkin's face in his hand and cast Remove Curse on him.
I'm not
Alright.
cursed.
Well, I have to give it a shot,
You do that. You touch. You feel a certain warmth wash over your Merkin. And the spell goes off without a hitch.
I mean, maybe.
Now I start casting Prayer of Healing.
I will say, Cam, that for now, I did not know Merkin before so much, but for now, I will say that I don't think you can trust him. And I don't mean that mean against him. I mean that trusting you, that there is something inside him.
How do we fix it?
That I don't know. There's so much beyond me.
Cam's gonna look at Merkin and be like, "Do you want it fixed?" Blink. I mean, you could shake your head.
I'm fine. Fuck off.
No, something's wrong with you, Merkin. Do you trust me?
Fuck off.
All right, I'll keep you tied up until I know your head straight.
Well, I suppose we are back to keeping guard to keep an eye on Merkin and Stump.
Do let me
Cam's
know if I
world
can
is
heal
shattered.
any.
I think you're off, Leah, if you're trying to talk.
I think that if that now that Stump has explained what he was doing,
You can roll
that
really.
he is less of I mean, he is not a threat, and I don't think that he's liable to try to steal the mask
He
again.
did not feel like he could be open with us before.
Well, I think. I mean, I don't know.
Me neither. I am very confused.
Stump, are you going to try to steal it again?
I mean, I wasn't really stealing it so much as, possessing it differently.
Insight check!
Right. I would like to insight check him as well.
Boom! Oh! My awesome
Possessing
wisdom.
it differently.
I'm glad Alex is here.
I don't know. What's a 26 say about you possessing it differently?
I think I rolled.
I mean,
Yeah, you rolled twice now.
Roll.
Wait.
He's- he's being
okay,
100%
26.
honest. I mean, he wasn't planning to wear it himself. He was definitely trying to remove it from Khalid, who was obviously going to give it to somebody at the tower and forever be lost, or the Order, or wherever.
Yeah. No, I think that I feel like I don't feel like it is the same impetus that Merkin had to steal the mask. With some I don't Khalid doesn't intend to give it to anyone, Stump, so I don't think you have to worry about that.
Khalid, are you going to give it to someone?
Well, if we don't want to give to someone, then I won't give it to someone.
Oh, that was very easy when we just sat down and talked about it like a family.
It is not that I was of the opinion that Khalid was just going to hand it over so much as that we were not going to be given a choice.
I understand.
I don't. That's what marches off.
Everybody gets 14 points of healing.
I do understand that. Elspeth, come back.
She's not very far. She's like 3 feet away.
Come back, come
She's
back.
just pouting with her
Really?
back to
Just
the
kind of
group.
huffed off.
Certainly,
She's trying
I
to
think
get
that
her hair out of her face.
Stump's concern is that, that the tower or the order or the church would force Khalid to give it up.
I mean,
And that-
sorry.
And that he would have no choice.
I mean, I do understand this. This is something I understand because I don't trust Obsidian by any means, but I also don't really trust the tower. And I do think that there is magic and things that I keep hidden. There is much that it might be better to cover up. So I don't think we should give them any more powerful tools.
Precisely. So I don't think we're in danger of, Stump's not trying to use the mask in the same way that Merkin is. I am very concerned about Merkin's problem because it is
Well, the darkness talks to Merkin directly, so that makes it
right, and
really
I
sounds
find
like
that
just Merkin.
concerning. Also, he is very profane right now. What little bit is coming through the gag.
What-
After sitting around having an intervention meeting with him bound and gagged, he is
Well-
literally
Best way.
walking away from this camp as soon as you untie him.
You
We're
got
not
14
gonna
hit points, by
untie
the
him.
way.
Or I suppose I should say that
How
I
many?
know
14.
I know that the
Prayer healing.
darkness spoke
Hey,
to him
14.
once in the mine. I cannot speak to their continued relationship.
Cam will look at Merkin and be like, "Okay, look, I'm gonna take the gag out, but don't try to cast a spell.
Do you want me to curse him? I can curse him first.
Don't make me try
No,
to."
there's no need to curse him.
I could also reduce him. We can make him even smaller.
I want to get you help, Murky. Okay.
I mean, would Cam is very concerned that you're not quite yourself, Merkin.
You didn't actually take the gag out.
No, she's waiting for a sign from him that he's going to cooperate.
Well, he's not going to cooperate.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Stump's going to take another 10 minutes while this is happening to cast Prayer of Healing again.
Yeah, how many hit points have I regained?
14.
I got fully healed.
How many more on the second?
If Cam is fully healed, I'll add Helios to that too in case he
Oh,
didn't
I'm
get it.
fully healed too. So
Yeah, Cam's fully healed.
Okay.
Helios just kind of put his cloak over his face. He's laying over there, ignoring you all.
So, Cam, just theoretically, if, you did want him weaker to type of magic, say wisdom saving throws or something, what would you choose? Just for future
Wait,
reference.
in universe, do we know what a wisdom saving throw is?
Just for future reference, Cam, if you wanted an advantage on your brother.
I mean, you would, have an idea. I mean, you wouldn't know what wisdom saving throw is, but you would know what something targets, like
Yeah, I
a
mean,
forceful personality wins out over something, or
yeah, I need to be able to charm him. So,
I can be in his
having him not be real wise about things is pretty good.
Just so I know.
Another 14 for everybody too.
Huzzah.
Because if I cast any spells, there will be another wild magic surge.
Yeah, but you'll turn into a pot this time.
I'm hoping.
I don't know. You've
Oh,
had
God.
3, I think, and 2 of them in
that wouldn't
fireballs.
be the best possible outcome. Cam would take good care of that potted plant.
It's for like one round.
This is my brother. Talk to it.
And that's how Cam became a cat lady.
I'm still in shock that I got foiled by Stump doing something stupid. I guess I should have expected that. And then got more foiled by rolling Fireball 2 out of the 3 times I've ever used Fire Magic. It's a 1 in 50, guys.
It's a 2 in 150, I guess.
I don't know if anybody knows that it was an accident. Are we able to tell the difference between a wild magic surge and him casting fireball on us?
If you study him, Cam,
Cam
roll a
might know.
perception check, Cam.
That's why Elspeth was pissed.
Yeah, we didn't know he blew up. He just
Perception,
happened
okay.
to blow up.
Cam's
Yep.
not
Oh,
overwhelmingly
man.
perceptive.
He cast fireball and flew away.
That's why I'm going to easily be able to steal the mask from you, even if you put it on your person.
Hey, you're gonna dig down in Cam's bosom to find it because it is.
She's pretty flat.
I mean, she did pass herself off as a guy. I think it's a pretty good bet.
She's bound. It's there's ways of hiding that.
Well, we are headless now, right?
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I can't keep him. I mean, we're gonna have to feed him and take care of him, and I gotta ungag him
I
at some
mean-
point.
Okay.
Gotta
So.
take a piss at some point.
To be fair, I was practically in
Be
prison
yourself.
for like the first 20 years of my life. It is pretty easy to do. We just find a hut somewhere.
We're gonna have to keep him bound up. I mean, I don't know what else to do until the elders get here and somebody can hopefully try to help get his head straight.
I mean, I hope this is something that can be done.
I hope so too.
I mean, until then, we can't just sit on him the entire time, can we?
You could have
No,
Zara
but we're
sit
gonna have
on
to keep him
him.
tied.
If you have Zara lay down on top of him.
Or we could just ask him if he's going to behave.
He said no.
Don't we have some shackles or something we got from somewhere?
Is
Yes,
that the
we
other campaign?
do. We have magic blocking shackles.
I thought that was the other campaign.
In the
Good.
Feywild.
Yeah.
No,
Wrong party,
damn.
but
Thought we got them here too.
Nope.
Damn.
I thought we got a pair of shackles that were just like.
I mean, there were some chain and shackles that other guy was hanging in on. If we grabbed those,
I don't think we did.
No, I mean I thought we got some from somewhere else,
I
but
mean, a lot of magic, you have to be able to move your hands. If we just tie them behind his back, it will limit him at least. But I don't know what
Well, I
all
mean-
he's capable of either.
I think I've got spells you can do where it's just verbal. So
I have some as well.
Oh. Well, I mean, what is the option? I mean, there is no other option. I mean, we can't trust him. So,
no. But I can't starve him to death for the next several days either.
no, we certainly can't do that. I mean, maybe he doesn't.
We haven't
Okay.
given him an opportunity to explain himself yet.
Yeah, but if I do, he can cast spells.
And Cam, there is also the possibility that when we sleep at night, we can sleep inside the hut and you cannot let him in.
Yeah, but then he may just leave.
I mean, that's true, but
And I want to help him.
I don't know. It is very hard, and I'm very sorry you're in this situation.
And I don't know if he wants to be helped, but I have to try.
Well, I mean, it feels like if he doesn't want to be helped, it's likely because of the influence of the evil that is trying to take him over.
Get over yourself.
So,
You know, really being so I don't know.
Stomp, do you have a spell where there's no sound?
Not prepared, I don't.
But after you sleep, then I could at least untie and gag him long enough for him to eat with that spell, and then he couldn't cast a spell. I mean, it's going to take some effort from all of us if we're going to get through this for the next few days. But we need to be prepared and try. I've got to get him through to try to get him to these elders and see if maybe they can help him.
Well, aren't the elders coming here?
Right, but we've got to get him through 2 or 3 days of this, waiting for them to get here.
Right. So, yeah. Yep. So, well, should we take watch and just keep him bound and gagged for tonight, and then come up with a plan tomorrow?
Yeah,
Well,
I
if
think
really,
so.
if really what he wants is the mask, we really just need to keep watch over the mask, not him.
Yeah, but he's going to try to. I mean, he is not in his right mind.
I don't want him to leave either. And he's mad.
I mean,
He's bounding.
He's
gagged.
understandably mad, but
I,
I'm hoping that once we get his head straight, then maybe he'll understand. Merkin, I'm doing this because I love you. I don't want you to be. I don't want this.
We're protecting you from yourself, Merkin.
We're gone.
I thought we got
What?
disconnected,
Nope.
but we didn't. Everybody was just
Nope.
really still.
No, I'm still here.
I mean, I guess
Just
is
trying to
everybody going to
protect-
help?
Yeah, of course. I mean, so we need to just keep watch over him tonight, determine what we're going to do about keeping him safe from himself until we can have the elders examine him and give sort of their ideas.
Cam is going to cast message to Merkin. And basically, let's see, is it?
Like how the rest of the campaign is going to be convincing Merkin that he's insane.
Yeah.
We're essentially
This
just
is
gaslighting him.
Great way. This is a great way to convince a character to go along with what you want.
So Cam's basically going to send a message to Merkin and just, it doesn't look like it has a word limit or anything. I'm not sure.
Then what then?
You point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. But it doesn't say there's a word limit or anything.
No, it's because it's a cantrip.
You can just do it multiple times. I mean, that's why.
Yeah.
Why would you print a word limit? You'd be like, okay, I casted this 17 times.
Yeah. Yeah, so. I mean, basically, Cam's going to look at Merkin
A word
and just...
limit, so it has to be like an old timey telegram. You stop.
I mean, it's an action, so it's technically anything you can say in 6 seconds.
Okay, well.
But yeah.
Talk real fast.
I don't know. Merkin, I'm trying to help you. Please don't be mad. And you can reply, because now you can talk, because Cam will hear. But if you're not going to reply, just tell me that you're not going to reply so that I'm not sitting here. Okay. Zombie Merkin. That's funny.
So we everybody got quiet.
Waiting for Merkin to reply.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Camel. And you guys can hear what Cam says because Cam's saying it out loud. So then Cam will cast it again, I guess, and be like, "No,
So
Alex
fast.
probably shouldn't have tried it on either. But you know, it's not that I don't trust you, but you you stole it. You took it away instead of just asking for it. I just need to know that you're okay in your head. And I'm sorry, but you told me what happened." And that's probably more than 6 seconds, but there you go.
Yeah, it's like half gets through, and then the next one continues, and after
Yeah.
you cast it again.
The beauty of cantrips.
Yeah. Sorry, you guys get half a conversation. Sorry. I think you got the gist of what he said. Based on Cam's reply.
I love how he's throwing Alex under the bus. Jesus.
Listen,
You got the sanitized version.
no, Alex didn't try and steal it. The necromancer didn't try to take the evil item. We're both moving up here. This is a good night for us.
Damn right.
I still think Stump would have tuned in.
I know.
Cam will reply, and you guys cast it again, and be like, "All right, look, I'll untie the gag if if you promise me you're not going to try to leave and you're not going to try to steal the stupid thing from me, I won't give it away. Why won't you promise not to leave?
Yeah, everybody's fully healed.
That's really weird. I saw it. Oh, there. It popped up and said that he'd sent a message, but there's nothing in the chat. Discord's being really weird tonight.
Discord's weird a lot.
Judging you.
Definitely only for the Oklahoma folks.
That's racist.
I mean,
I sat on you and I'm holding you here because I'm scared for you and I'm worried about you. I just want what's best for you. And Elle said you're not right in the head.
Elle's the family psychologist.
She is.
Suffering from Stockholm syndrome. She's got like a lot of.
Yes.
She's got a lot of experience.
Cast identify on L.
I think Elspeth knows more about what she's talking about than you're giving her credit for. Promise me you won't leave. Promise me you won't steal, and promise me you won't hurt the party intentionally.
Yeah, that's a very important
It's a little
addition.
asterisk.
Guys, it was 1 out of 50. Most of the ways that would go would have been rad. Okay, you just got the part that sucked.
No, I thought it was pretty rad, man. It definitely set the tone.
No,
I couldn't
if I
believe
had-
that
You
happened.
don't understand. If I had gotten charm, like you guys were screwed. Like if I had charmed you, and so you could not attack me, the only people with ranged attacks would have been charmed.
There was an option to cast levitate on yourself while casting levitate on yourself.
Double levitate.
Where? He's extra buoyant.
He's not responding to that last one, by the way.
Okay. He won't promise me. Cam will say this to the rest of the group.
Promise you what?
Not to leave. Not to try to take the eyepiece.
I mean, he can't take the eyepiece from all of us. But where is he going to go? He's upset. He can be mad at us. But there's really nowhere to go if he leaves.
And if he wants the eyepiece so bad, there's a good chance he won't leave.
well,
What
that's
if-
fair.
What if he becomes like Obsidian? I don't want to have to kill him.
That I do not know the answers to.
I feel like I am ill-equipped to answer this as well.
Sorry, Murky, but I'm keeping you tied up. I'm keeping you here until I can have the druids look at you. And then if they can't help you and there's nothing else, no, I won't take you to the tower and turn you in. I won't do it. I'll let you go. But you can't have the eyepiece. If I have to vanish and hide from you, I will too. I've done it before. And you'll never find me.
Oh, this is an unfortunate turn of events, I have to say.
You know, there is. I mean, this is perhaps not the wisest move, but we could also just stick it back on Alex, and then he can't take it.
I don't want to risk
wouldn't-
Alex
I
either.
wouldn't even be mad.
I'm not, and not to volunteer you, Alex, as I have said, you've been doing very well lately, but, it's just, if someone has it, then we know he can't take it. And I'm not saying that is the best option, it just eliminates that possibility.
Sticking on Elspeth is very aesthetic.
That's true. But anybody could wear it. You could wear it. Stump could wear it. I could wear it. Doesn't matter.
I don't want to wear it.
I don't want to wear it.
It's not.
At this point, I personally think we should destroy it.
Kind of with you too. Look at the division it's caused just in our group. But no, we need to figure it out.
Name of
Because
the
it
item,
could
by
be
the way.
useful.
What's the name of it?
Yeah.
Night something.
Night Piercer.
Night Piercer, and I don't know.
But it is now 12:30, so do you guys need to... Cam's not untying Merkin unless somebody else sneaks in and does it while she's sleeping.
Yeah, Alex won't untie Merkin. Are you
Can you
kidding?
re-add the item to party loot in the session tab?
I think it's in Cog's inventory at the moment. I don't know. You'll figure it out. You can
That's
figure it out.
what
No, it was
now
still.
And we can keep role playing
Yeah, that'd be
in
nice.
chat
Gee,
anyway.
that was the-
Cam,
That should be in, I guess, Cam's inventory. I think it might be best just have it in party loot until
yeah,
somebody.
just put it in party
puts
loot
it
and
on.
somebody takes it. I agree
That
with that.
would be the description.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, there's a note to end on.
Oh.
It's now in party.
Yep.
Yeah, well, they're gonna be you kept me tied up and gagged while you all talked about me for an hour. That's
That'd be great.
Well,
I mean,
if you
I
weren't
mean,
stealing stuff
You stole from the party and threw a fireball at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Being
stole
able
from
to
the
set
party
things
and you
tied up
blew us
may
up.
be like moral relativity there.
After having
mean-
blown us up down at the tree because your eyes went all black and you did stuff. After having confessed to Cam that he got into your head and saw bad things and you felt compelled. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of feel like Cam can't react any other way. And it's not even a good and evil thing at this point. It's just it's her brother. So,
So that was fun.
yeah.
Should've
That
started
was
earlier.
different.
It was intense. We had growth and character development. We had alignment sliding.
Do I get XP for kicking the druid in the ribs?
You get a reputation change with Helios. The whole party kind of did.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Apologizing
make
all over
nice.
himself and knocked his. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to
It's a matter of perception.
make nice with
Y'all are
Helios.
crazy. Nothing
Yeah,
personal.
well, we are that.
love that immediately. The Khalid went right to Helios.
That was pretty well done.
Who else would he expect it to be? I mean, really.
Why did you have to wake him up? You should have just gone right back to bed quietly and been like, well, it's not there.
That was never gonna happen.
Stump went. Some
I have
motherfucker found
regrets.
this before I did. This cannot stand.
I will say that Rafferty is rethinking some actions he might need to take.
This is a different campaign. No metagaming.
I like Stump going, Khalid, I tried to steal the mask, but that's not important right now.
Guys, on an OOC note, can I please say, I'm not gonna want to continue this party if everybody's gonna start turning on each other. I'm sorry, this is not the kind of game I like playing. So
Yeah, I mean, if you leave
understand-
the party, you're an NPC now. You roll another character.
I understand the things going on here, but really, I don't like PvP, and this is getting dangerously close to that for me. So, sorry,
I think
not
it'll-
my
I mean,
game.
I willingly
That was
attack
PvP.
anyone.
I think this will resolve itself. I actually think this is good.
You kill Merkin, you move
developmental roleplay. Merkin almost killed himself.
Cass,
Yeah,
that's how
I-
he fixed. How he fixed this. Zombie Merkin.
We found a use for Elspeth's talent.
If we zombify someone, can they continue to roleplay?
Just walk in the shop and Merkin's arm falls off, and just ignore that.
I think it's good. It's good roleplay. We have
No,
character
yeah.
growth.
Like really,
Yeah.
that really was the highlight of the night for me. So
What, when I fireballed the party again?
Oh my
I mean,
god.
before that,
I am about sick of that too, BT dubs.
That was
Another 50 roll.
that
There
was incredible luck.
yeah. That's-
Even if Cam had taken the whole brunt of it, it wouldn't have killed Cam, but it was.
Yeah.
I was
She
within
wouldn't have
5
been hanging on by much.
Could have
I
rolled
very
better.
nearly killed myself on that. That was a very low damage roll.
Fire resistance, bitches. Get on
Technically,
board.
one of these add-ons is supposed to like remind you to roll for wild surges automatically now, but I don't know if that actually works.
I didn't actually roll the levitation. I just said it was the problem, I think.
Yeah, I don't really actually know how that works, but it's supposed to auto detect, but I don't know if it actually does. So it may not work.
Okay, I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
It's late.
Kaika's been
Thank
tired
you,
since the
guys.
break. Thank you, Tab.
Bye.
It was fun.
Thank you, Tam. It was a
Thank
fun night.
you.
Love you,
Should
Saz.
have
Love
did this
y'all.
earlier. Use up too much of my prep when you do this late.
Love y'all.
I
Talk to you
totally
later.
saved all of you.
Love you too.
Good night.
Good night.
Hi, guys.